Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
Well, hello everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Um yeah, the wrestling landscape is changing. We are going to be talking about Stand and Deliver today. We're going to talk about NXT this past Tuesday. And we're also going to be talking about Mania. Mania is in 3 days, as is Stand and Deliver. All of that starts on Saturday. Mania ends on Sunday. Okay. I put the link in for you guys. Hello, Jay. How are you? My day is fine. Thank you for asking. Kayla and Nika are in here. They're always in here. Hello to you too as well. Okay. So if you guys want to stream or you are new to streaming, please be my guest and go ahead and stream. You'll get a $10 discount using my streaming code. If you do, appreciate you in advance. Okay. Also, the merch is still up. Always have merch available. Merchandise is on the website. Please do me a solid and go and check it out for yourselves and support the channel. You can always buy that merch through the link that's on underneath this video, the shop link that's there. You can buy the stuff that's available there. There's a little bit more on the website. It's just that YouTube has a funny way of banning things. Okay, they don't like when you have curse words. They don't like curse words too much. They're not a fan. So, yeah. Yeah, they're not happy with the curse words. They don't like that too much. So, we have to abide by the rules in order to maintain our streaming over here. But we got some cool stuff that happened over on NXT yesterday. There were two more qualifier matches for Stand and Deliver's North American Championship match and the women's championship match, to be more clear. And there was a definitive winner in the North American Championship for the men's match. We now know who is competing in all of these matches, as well as who will be the tag team who will compete at Stand and Deliver against Fraxium, one of the greatest tag teams in NXT history. So we're going to go over what happened yesterday over on NXT, regular old NXT. We're going to go over what happened then. And then we're going to talk about, also there's a women's tag team match that is set up for Stand and Deliver as well. Whichever tag team wins will compete that Tuesday for the women's tag team championships. And I suspect that Liv and Raquel will still be champions by then, and they will be dropping those titles off in NXT against whoever, wins this NXT number one contenders match at Stand and Deliver. I'm going to tell you who those tag teams are in just a second. First things first, we must get into NXT this past Tuesday. So the show opened up, if I recall, let me get all my ducks in a row, as my peoples would say. If you hear AJ in the background, he's playing baseball, so he might get mad or something. It's normal. It happens, especially with him playing baseball. He can't help it, child. He living his best life over there. But anyways, the show opened up with the Fatal 4-Way. It was a Fatal 4-Way number one contenders match to determine who was going to be the one to face off against Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints was out there during this match, but I suspect that he got removed because he kept trying to interact with Ethan Page, who has laid him out 2 weeks in a row, despite Ethan Page being the one who seemed to be his true adversary. They had others who had wanted to lay their claim to the North American Championship. People like one of the greatest North American champions of all time, Wes Lee. And of course, Eddie Thorpe decided to rear his weird tomahawk head. And then we had the Beijing King, Lexus King, showing up, staking their claim to the North American number one contendership as well. Lexus King shouldn't have even been in the conversation, let alone the match. Is very weird to me. But he was. He also lost. He didn't do bad in the match in the Fatal 4-Way, and actually the Fatal 4-Way was very interesting to watch. Eddie Thorpe, in my opinion, along with Wes Lee, were some of the best highlights of that match. Eddie and Ethan Page rounding out the bout with a close third. But to be fair, each man equally contributed to that Fatal 4-Way, and it was a fun match to watch. Ultimately, though, it came down to who was the fastest and who could keep momentum, and that was left to Ethan Page. He was able to thwart Lexus King from being able to steal one essentially from Wes Lee, and he just laid out Lexus King. I think it was Lexus King who got pinned, and he ended up winning the match. Now, Eddie Thorpe and everybody else, of course, were flabbergasted and upset, but eventually it was clear as to who was on top in this particular fashion. And you kind of had to know that Ethan Page was going to win this match. If you didn't, you were kind of a fool, you know. You didn't really do your homework. With him attacking Ricky Saints 2 weeks in a row the way that he did, it only makes sense that he would be the one to go up against Ricky Saints. But they had to make it so Ethan Page earned the opportunity to face off against him, which he did. He beat 3 men in a Fatal 4-Way, and he basically got the microphone and was talking cash shit. Meanwhile, Ricky Saints was coming down from the rafters with his belt in tow and bust Ethan Page dead in his shit with that title and was standing tall. Now, I don't know if Ricky Saints is going to beat Ethan Page. Quite frankly, I think that he should, because to me, it makes no sense to have Ricky Saints win the title only for him to drop it to Ethan Page when you could have just had Ethan Page beat the Don in the beginning and become champion, and then have Ricky Saints steal it from Ethan Page, and then you could have had this back and forth between the two men. You could have planned this from the beginning, but I don't think they were thinking that far ahead, and I don't think they thought that they were going to acquire Ricky the way that they did. So I don't know. I feel like in this instance, having Ricky Saints drop that title to Ethan Page would be a waste of a time for Ricky Saints to be champion. It also would be a waste for a stand and deliver match. If you're going to have a feud start, then at bare minimum, let it really fester and begin. Like, don't cut it off before it gets the chance to go where it needs to go. Happy WrestleMania weekend. Thank you. Same to you. Why is Brian Pillman Jr. being called the Beijing King? Because the man has a fucked up beard that I know has Beijing in it. Okay. They make Beijing in different colors. Okay. And he keeps going to the barber getting this. I'm going to show you what he looks like because there's no way that it's real. And he keeps saying that that's his real beard. And I'm sorry, but beards don't do that. Okay. Even when the guys cut designs in their beard, there's still hair there. There's still hair there. His doesn't have any. Hold on. I'm going to show you. This is so stupid that I have to do this. So stupid. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So hold on. Because I need everybody to see this so they can see what I see. I'm going to add it here, which will make my life a lot easier. Okay. So hold tight. All right. So let me pull down my big overlay here from NXT so I can show you guys. This is his beard. This is not hair. That is a Beijing. A Beijing is literally them either painting it or they've spray painted. They've upgraded Beijing stuff to like spray paint now, and they go by different companies and they make it in various shades of human hair and even some colors. But that, my dear, is not real. It is not real at all. His beard is not that prominent. It's not that dark. It just isn't real. And I'm sorry, but he's a Beijing king. Period. She said, "Is that where my missing eyebrow, my eyeliner pencil went?" Maybe. But the guys at the barbershop are real smooth with it. I'm not even gonna lie. Most of the time, what they do is they have like a piece of cardboard cutout and they can set it so that the lines are straight, because sometimes what happens is when you're a little kid, sometimes your hair doesn't grow in as straight, or they don't have enough hair to line you up. So to just give you a crisper line and to make it look a little bit easier, they will give you a little sauce, as they put it. The same thing will happen to an older guy. Like if one of our husbands goes to the shop and the hairline isn't as crisp as it used to be, or it starts to thin, they will use the sauce to kind of crispen up the line. And what he is doing is overusing it. And that man is Beijing. And I don't care what anybody says. Okay. If you're from the black community, did you know Shorty Low used to have Beijing all the time? And the dudes would overuse it so much that sometimes when they would sweat, it would leak. Dry, am I lying? Nope. You're not supposed to use it that way. It's supposed to be a temporary way to even out your hairline, to give you those crisp lines if you don't have full hair. Now, fortunately, I am married to a man who has very, very full, thick hair. So he does not need that. All he needs is the right barber to make his shit right. This man is a liar. That is not his hair. This is Beijing. Period, point blank. And I refuse to believe anything other than that. Okay? She said, it looks like he walked into a barber and said, "Give me the boy band facial hair." Girl, now it would leak. It does. Because it's like it's wet when it comes out and it has to dry. And when it finally dries, even when it gets wet again, it doesn't stay permanently. If it gets wet, it's gonna run. It will run like the worst mascara you've ever had in your entire life. It's bad. So let me see. Let me see. After the results of the Fatal 4-Way, like I said, Ricky Saints, I'm sorry, is facing off against Ethan Page for the North American Championship. And I can't wait. I'm really interested to see how this plays out. I hope that Ethan Page and Ricky put on a great match. These two men have been in each other's crosshairs for years. They know each other very well, and they have always seemed to come up in the same companies at some point in their careers. They always end up crossing paths. So I hope that WWE makes this a worthy adversary for Ricky Saints. Ethan Page will always rise to the occasion. I'm never disappointed in what he does. As a champion, he was boring as NXT champion because they didn't have anything for him to do or anyone for him to go up against. And Javon Evans hadn't been built up enough for him to go up against Ethan Page and actually be a worthy adversary until Ethan dropped the title and he kind of started to bring in this edge. However, Ricky Saints is just getting his feet wet in WWE, and I think it would be a piss poor decision to take the title off of him and give it to Ethan Page. Ethan Page is well established. He's been there long enough. He's got enough tenure. He can stay in NXT for another 2, maybe 3 years and possibly go and get a lengthier run as the NXT champion. But I like Ricky Saints as champion for now, and I feel like it just would not be fair to Saints to give him the title for a few weeks, only for him to go to one of the biggest stages of them all and to drop that championship to Ethan Page. So I like both of these men. Character wise, I think they're interesting. I just I just hope that they make this worth our while when we're watching it on Saturday. That's it, that's all. Now, let's get into let's get into the women's fatal four-way for the North for the NXT championship. Okay, let's get into that. Because the girls are fighting. All right. Let me see if I can find a damn picture. I don't think I can find the picture. Damn, son, where are they? Ha, there we go. I couldn't find it. Each one of these women gave their impassioned promos about why they want to be the ones to either retain in Stephanie's case or become the new NXT champion or become a two-time NXT champion in Julia's case. Stephanie gave her piece from Chile. She went back to Chile, saw her family, and was able to go around to and do press and promos for Stand and Deliver. And she seemed to be very happy to be back in her hometown and in her element. She was excited. She was able to bring her family the 2 belts that she won. She bought them replicas of the titles, and they were able to hold them and see them, and they look exactly like the titles that she herself carries. And this was a very, very good moment for Stephanie. Stephanie made it very clear that everything that she has done in WWE has not been, just in vain. That she's going to continue to uphold it with honor and with the pride of her Chilean people. In terms of Jordan Grace made it very clear that her journey in wrestling was never easy. She was not the standard or the status quo when it came to women. In fact, she was quite the opposite. So Jordan made it her mission to dismantle those stereotypes and that status quo, as they put it, and become one of the most recognizable people in wrestling. And that's exactly what she did. In learning to love herself, she began to change the parts that she felt needed to be changed. And in that, she found a new strength in her strength. And she began to push forward, becoming a 2 or 3 time TNA Women's Champion. Jordan Grace redefined the industry and changed what it meant to be looked at, not only as a knockout, but a woman wrestling in this wrestling industry. Moving on to Julia. Julia made it very clear that when it came to that championship, there were no titles, there were no friendships. It was only about titles. And she said, sitting there watching Stephanie go out there and hold these belts and have this moment. And then when she had the opportunity to give her friend a rematch, she chose not to. She knew that it very, very clear. She made it very clear that the friendship wasn't at the priority and it was only about the titles and the glory. So Julia wants her titles and her glory. So she's coming after Stephanie. She made it very clear that while she respected Jada Parker and Jordan Grace, there were no friends in this fight. She said, if you get in my way, I will take you out. And then we come to Jada Parker. Jada Parker was probably one of the most emotional of the group. She made it very clear why she's as hardened as she is. She said being in the sport, having her father be her coach, and having to be in women's locker rooms, she understands that most of the time women will pretend, but they ain't really got your back like they claim. She also made it very clear that she liked being amongst the guys and being in the sports. Now, I ain't trying to be on nobody's team or talk no shit about nobody. But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. It's giving very much pick me, bitch. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean or be rude, but I used to say that too. I used to say, "Oh, it's women. Women don't, respect other women or they don't like other women, but it's really all about the type of women that you hang out with." When you recognize a bitch is being fake and phony, cut that hoe off immediately. This is not even talking about wrestling. This is just real shit. People, and it's not just women, because dudes do it too. Dudes are just as messy, just as disrespectful as women are. They gossip just the same. Okay. There's no difference because of the genders. So that part I wasn't necessarily feeling about her speech, but I feel her and I understand what she meant when she says that a women's locker room can be very cutthroat. I believe her. I understand her. She also talked about how she didn't really have many friends because she chooses not to. She don't believe she can trust anybody. She had a friend in her uncle, and when her uncle passed away, she felt like she lost everything. She almost felt betrayed that he was gone. And she was just like, if I could lose him, the one person who loved me and was there for me and had my back, then I know I can't trust nobody. I said, okay. That's a logic to have, but that is very much a defense mechanism. It is very much something that I don't think that she should adopt. And I would really consider you going to unpack that in therapy so you can heal and pull yourself together. Because you could be an even stronger person knowing that your uncle was there for you and taking everything that he taught you with you into these new spaces. With all that being said, Jada Parker made it very clear that she understood what she was up against. A TNA Knockouts former champion, two former NXT women's champions, and she's the odd man out. She also made it very clear that that makes her just as dangerous and probably one of the most underrated people in this match, which she likes it that way. She says she's going to come in, do what she do, and she's walking out with the NXT championship. All four women made it very clear that their goal was the title and that nobody was going to get in their way to take away that championship. Now, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I'm not dead set against any of these women winning the championship, honestly. But if I'm being honest, 100% fair, Cora Jade should be the fourth in this match and not Jada Parker. And I know a lot of people are probably like, well, why? Well, let's keep it real. Cora Jade got injured when it was really her time to go. And honestly, before Roxanne got that second title run, Cora Jade was the one who was up and about to get the run. And in fairness, Cora had been dealt a wrong set of cards, basically. She been on the losing stick of she haven't really have a go in NXT and having to stay in there on a consistent basis. But now that she's been back, she hasn't gotten injured. She's been clean, damn near perfect in that ring, no matter who she goes up against. And fair enough, she was the one who was supposed to have that run that Roxanne had. I believe, in terms of Jada Parker and Cora, that Cora, having the tenure, should have been the one to go in over Jada. Jada should have been put in that ladder match with the other girls, and she could have won the North American Championship and had a run with that title for a little.
Jada should be in the tag match. She ain't got no friends.
Ooh,
Go find one.
she ain't got no friends,
Go find one.
so she can't be in the tag
Go
match.
find one.
She can't do that.
You better ask Lola.
Child, Lola ass is getting ready to
Lola.
compete for that North American Championship.
That's the only girl that done beat your ass.
Mm,
So you might as well go ahead and be her little friend.
I'd rather
Because you can't
not.
beat her.
I'm sorry, but I feel like Cora shouldn't be regaled to being in the tag team match. And Roxanne's ass needs to be on the main roster. What are
Mm-hmm.
you doing? But I know what y'all finna do. Cora and Roxanne are gonna get them tag team championships.
Mm-hmm.
They need to get them off of Liv and Raquel. Liv and Raquel are gonna win at WrestleMania.
They gonna
I
turn
don't
them. They
I
gonna
don't
turn them
see no
face.
reason for Lyra and Bailey to beat them at Mania.
I'm gonna be so heated because Street Trash will not be up if they lose to fucking Bailey and Lyra, and y'all give Lyra this weak ass accomplishment of being a double champion, a tag team champion, a weak ass IC champion. Y'all have lost triple no's. You have lost your goddamn mind. I
I just
deal with
don't
enough
think
on a
that's
daily
gonna happen
basis.
though. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Don't play with me, Paul.
Cause that's stupid only for them to win it and then go to NXT and drop it to them in NXT.
She need to.
Ugh.
Are you good? Because it wouldn't make no sense if.
Hello, motherfuckers.
Kenny's here.
Hey, bitch. Um, I lost my thought. My train of thought.
I'm sorry.
One time on the
No, it's
tag
before
team.
you came in. No, it's just the whole thing is gone. I don't even know the sentence no more.
Oh,
What are we
Jesus
talking
Christ.
about? What are we talking about?
It all dissipated. It's gone. It's
It's just
gone.
the whole train has just left the station.
It's
It's
Well,
just
not coming
gone.
back.
what was the station loading at? I don't.
It's
Child
some
at
with
lightning
street
speed.
trash,
Oh my god, I had a pee.
and I honestly, for the life of me, just can't remember.
Okay, so the pivot from so okay, we was talking about Lyra and Bailey, and Don said if they win, he's gonna be so upset.
Right, right,
Because Bailey and Lyra, one, they're not an established tag team.
right.
No, and
Oh,
Lyra
there
don't
it
give
is.
a
They're gonna have
shit.
to run that match back because somebody gonna be mad because somebody took the pin. Larry needs to eat that pin, and Bailey should be upset.
I think that that should make them fight again for that IC championship, and Lyra need to lose it
Or
and
just
give it to
have
Bailey.
Roxanne and Cora do a WrestleMania appearance. I would.
See, my thing is,
Ew, keep Bud Light
I
and
really want Roxanne and Cora to win the tag team titles, and that will make them eligible to wrestle on all three shows. They don't
Right.
have to be regaled to just NXT. You'll see them on Raw, you'll see them on SmackDown, and then they can decide where they want to be permanently or where they should be permanently. My thing is, though, to force Lyra and Bailey to be the ones to compete against Liv and Raquel, only for them to drop the titles to them two, and then for them to compete that next Tuesday, and for them to have it for 2 days, and then drop the title. No, I don't like that. I don't like it at all.
don't
Now,
like it.
Liv and Raquel, they're heels, so I want to see the heels go up against the heels. They're gonna do it right. Like I don't like that. If y'all was gonna do it this way, then you very well could have had Kaden and Katana be the ones to go to Mania.
I don't see why they weren't.
Bailey didn't have to be a part of this. In fact, you could have left this as a match between Lyra and Bailey and let Bailey beat Lyra at motherfucking Mania, or turn Lyra heel and let Lyra cheat to win.
Oh,
You could have gave us something.
Outside of this, that's why, like,
he gave
if
us.
you gonna do this, you could have
Yeah.
just had Natty in the gauntlet.
Exactly.
I
Ain't
prefer
not
that over that.
power
And
in it.
speaking of gauntlet matches,
Mhm.
stop booking these teams from start to finish. It's not interesting no more.
So
So if
speaking
I
of
was in the crowd
gauntlet
watching, I would
match,
be bored.
the gauntlet match in NXT, it was a good match.
It
But
was,
I
but
feel like Hank and Tank could have came out. The set could have been the second team to come out, or the
or the
third team.
third.
Let them be the third team, and then let them run the gauntlet that way. I guess They think that it's a better way to have the underdog fighting, but they had already been beaten by every team that they just went up against.
Damn.
It's not even that. It's just all the gauntlet matches we have seen is just start to finish and they win.
The thing was, no, to me it was that because let's say Hank and Tank didn't have that, they didn't have no established rapport with any of the teams.
Mm-hmm.
It would make better sense to me for them to start off the match and then go through it. Like if they was just losing to random teams, like let's say it was like they had been wrestling Idris and Malik and they've been losing to them this whole time, or they had been wrestling guest tag teams like Pretty Deadly, or they were wrestling Gallus, some shit like that. And then they're like, okay, we got to reestablish ourselves. We've been losing a lot. Let's get back into this game. Once they got in the gauntlet match and started it, I could understand that better. But like this was repetitive because one, we've already seen all of these teams compete against Hank and Tank already. There was no breakup of who was competing against who in this gauntlet match. That was the biggest problem for me. We had already seen it. Like Tyson and Tariq barely lasted in the tournament.
And didn't
Barely.
they win all of them at Roll Up?
What happened?
Didn't they win them all by Roll Up?
No. No. Hank and Tank hit them with their finisher and they beat them flat out, fair and square.
Okay.
Then it was, who was after that?
Oh
Culling?
shit.
Or was the Culling after them?
The caulking,
Bitch.
the white caulk, the black caulk, the
The
caulking.
Culling was after
People love
them.
caulk on their back to about
Then it
time.
was no quarter catch crew.
Yeah, they set it on fire. Too bad
And
they
they was
lost.
whooping Hank and Tank's ass. The Culling was beating their ass. The no catch quarter crew was beating their ass. Like they was really going at it. They really, really were. But they went through Tyson and Tariq, the Culling, the no quarter, and then it was Briggs and Inamura. I think that's how you say his name. They were the last ones. Honestly, they could have put Briggs and Inamura up after Hank and Tank. I mean, after Tyson and Tariq. I think that's what really irritated me about the match because NQCC is a better tag team to close out on than to close out on Inamura and Briggs. I don't like them as a tag team. I think that they're boring as a tag team. And I know that they're trying to make that work. But that's just weird to me that you take Briggs and Jensen out of a tag team, former tag team champions in
And put
NXT
them in
and
tag
in
teams.
NXT UK, and only regale them to another tag team.
Because they both could have been on the Shaw.
Because they could have been in the tag team tournament together. Or they could have been one of the ones that Fraxium was going up against and actually had a true feud with.
But I feel like if they would have kept going with Briggs, he would have been fine by now. Is it Briggs? Whichever one is with the Asian man.
Yeah, no, that's Jensen, I think.
Jensen. Had they kept going with him, he'd be fine by now. Because he wasn't a bad wrestler. He kept
He
up in
wasn't,
that
and
in
he
that
was
like fatal
okay.
four way.
He's
But
okay on the mic. Yes, he had
it
that
needed a
good
little bit
fatal
more
four
work on
way.
the microphone. But I would have kept working with him. I would have kept him solo. Or at
I
least
think he
had a
could have been a
manager or
good North
something.
American champion too. And it would have
Yeah.
been a good fight if he had like a real feud with Oba. That probably would have helped sharpen his iron a little bit more. Like I just feel
Mm-hmm.
like Fallon leaving was a good idea. Fallon leaving the group was a good idea.
Clock it. Clock
But
it.
Briggs and Jensen being separated, to me, it didn't do them no favors. But it is doing something for Briggs. He is doing okay with Sean Spears and the Culling.
The clocking.
But to make it clear and plain, okay, Fraxium is facing off against Hank and Tank at Stand and Deliver. Now, Fraxium do not seem to be on the same page. For whatever reason, Nathan Frazier is an asshole. Okay. And Axiom is
Well,
just
that's
like,
who his mentor is. Let's be for real.
yeah, he's an asshole.
Let's be real.
Axiom is just like, yo, I'm just glad y'all was able to get it together. It's gonna be a good fight at Stand and Deliver. Nathan Frazier, like, yeah, too bad it's all for naught. I'm like, nigga, this is why you're gonna lose your championship at Stand and Deliver.
1 o'clock. I'll be at work. Jesus.
Yeah, babe.
Damn.
It's at 1, babe. It's at 1. This is why Nathan Frazier and them gonna lose their titles at Stand and
It's
Deliver.
okay, because
It's
I'll be
about
cooking on my silly ass.
time.
I always got to eat something.
Big
Always.
back.
Mm-hmm. Greedy as hell.
That's okay. Me too.
I can't with y'all.
That means you going to be bombed, no trust.
You. So the boys are going to be fighting at Stand and Deliver. We'll go over all the matches in just a second after we get done going over everything in NXT. Now, I already mentioned the Fatal 4-Way for Ricky Saints. Qualifier matches. There were 2 more qualifier matches for the ladder match for the Women's North American Championship. Lola Vice went up against Tatum Paxley. And Lola was able to beat Tatum and became the 5th number 1 contender. Then we had a final one with Carmen Petrovich, and Thea Hale returned. And Thea gave Andre Chase her blessing to restart Chase U and to bring in the 2 former members of Chase U and get that
Oh,
rolling again.
God.
They asked her if she was going to be a part of Chase U again, and she said no. She said she thinks she's learned all she's learned, and being an alumni is good enough for her. And Thea Hale came out to a roaring reception from the PC Performance Center audience, and I was happy to see her because I hadn't seen her in a while. And I was just like, damn, I hope they didn't get
Yeah.
rid of her, and they didn't. I'm kind
I
of
will
mad because
say,
I feel like Duke Hudson could have been repackaged and used in that mid card department.
yeah.
But I'm not gonna say nothing because even Shawn Michaels' bald headed ass make mistakes.
Oh,
And we just don't have because what he's doing on social media right now, I actually really like. And I feel like they could have used that in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
They need to rehire him. I'm sorry, they need to rehire Duke Hudson. But I don't want the original Duke Hudson. I want this Duke Hudson. The
He
one
needs to be
that,
broken. And he needs
you
to try
know,
to take down Chase U.
I really want him to come back. I want him to come back. Any whoosies. Thea Hale and Lola Vice have both qualified for the Women's North American ladder match. Okay. Currently, the 6 women involved in this match: Azaria, Sol Ruka, Izzy Dame, Thea Hale, Lola Vice, and Kaylani Jordan. I'm going to
damn,
tell you
Tiffany
right
got
now
sons too.
what happened.
I said Tiffany got sons too because the bitch on the is that the left or the
Izzy
right?
Dane?
Okay, there we go.
Not the
Just
Witchy
like
Poo
son.
her.
ain't no
No.
Tiffany child. They came in there the same way, at the same
Oh my
time.
god, Jesus Christ, where am I?
Yeah, it's the nose. I'm telling you. It's Witchy
It
Poo is
really
all right.
is.
She ain't bad in the ring, but she boring too. Now she more boring than she was when she was just by herself.
Is
Because
that the
now
But
one
she
that?
just stand
Okay.
there.
now she just worried about being a part of the culling and taking her. She just boring. I don't
Okay.
care. Uh, Izzy, Soul, Kaylani, Lola, Thea, and Zaria. These are your 6 competitors for this match. We'll get into who will win later.
Yeah.
The last thing that was shown on NXT were the boys. It was the NXT Men's Championship. They all
Jesus.
cut a promo on each other, and I have to say,
Oh, it's a bunch of dread.
not you been cooking in the Google Docs all day.
Here we are again. Year 2, we closing out Stand and Deliver with Negroes.
I have to say that Javon Evans cut a really good promo yesterday. He was
Yeah.
cooking. He got them all together, and everybody was listening. And that was the thing. That was the one thing that I wanted
Okay?
was that
Because the crowd
when
forgot to react.
yeah, like when you really give him the microphone and he gonna talk like a Gen Zer because he is one. Okay,
Oh my god,
but
bless it.
but he spit
Deep in there.
facts. He wasn't lying, and he was telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Now Trick Williams came out there first, and essentially he was just like, "Now last week I got told that I'm Carmelo Hayes now." He was like, if you live long enough as a hero, you get treated like a villain. But he said, I ain't dead yet. And I said, well, you have been mirroring what your homeboy did not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's just keep it real. Obafemi came out there, talked his shit. I mean, Oba don't really say much any different from what he always say. It hit different when Oba's going up against specific people. But essentially what he told Trick Williams is that you keep running around here talking about whoop that trick. And he said whoop that trick died a long time ago.
You the only
I
one
was
still
like,
whooping that trick.
he said, you
Wait.
still out here trying to whoop that trick. And she ain't here. So I said,
Gad them.
I said, oh, my God, today. He was like, oh, but yo, what's wrong? Your ears don't work, you know? You going a little deaf in one ear? Cause I still hear him yelling it. And then the crowd started screaming it. And I was like, well, fair enough. That was good. That was good. Then
I don't hear shit.
young nephew came out. And young Neff was like, he was like, Trick, it looks like your young boy was telling the truth. It looked like I was right. All of them came out there fresh to death. If we being honest, they all was wearing J's. Every one of them. Straight up. The longest promo cut was by Javon Evans. And he cut down both of them easy. Okay? Javon was just like, man, look, I understand what I'm up against. I got two champions, former North American champions. I got a former NXT champion and a current NXT champion. He was like, he said, I'm the one that everybody's not counting on, but he said, I'm hoping about that. Because your boy wasn't supposed to be here, but I'm here. I got here. Nobody thought I was gonna make it here, but I made it here. And just like y'all think I'm not gonna take that championship, I'm gonna do that too. And I was like, oh yeah, period. I'm with you. Get it. Get all of it.
Yeah, so he ate y'all up.
He was going
I'll
in.
wrestle both of y'all.
And that nigga said, I know you all about Alabama, Roll Tide. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Hell no.
That's when they start feeling him.
I was like, no, but that's a strike. That's a strike. Don't fuck with no Alabama, nigga. Don't fuck. Your alma mater is Alabama? Ew.
The government wouldn't have got that out of me.
I would have had the white check sound.
Well, at least
you not African? Alabama.
Is that a country?
Get the clothes away from me.
Oh God. Oh my God, it's so funny. I was like, no. But they all got to fighting. And they threw Javon Evans out the ring twice. Javon came back in there and cut both of their asses down. And he was standing tall with the championship in his hand. Now, y'all know how the theory goes, okay? Usually, that is not a good sign.
That's a bad omen.
Okay? Because usually that means that you either are the one who gets pinned or you ain't getting the championship. Now, quite frankly, I need Sean bald-headed ass to swerve this. Okay? I need Javon Evans to walk out of there with the championship. Because nobody thinks he's going to get it.
All right.
Nobody. He been getting bullied by both of these two niggas for the last month. Okay? Full on bullied. All right? He been getting laid out by Dark State. And these two have been ignoring him, acting like he's not a problem. Like he is not a true threat to the title if either one of them has it. And this was the last image that we saw on NXT. Javon Evans was holding the title up. Now, like I said, that is never a good sign. It is not a good sign. I don't know. But I'm hoping that he swerves us and gives it to Javon, even if it's only for a couple of weeks or until the next PLE. I'm hoping that Javon can become the youngest NXT champion in history. Because
Till
to
next
me,
Tuesday.
no, let it go past Tuesday. Damn.
Because you know Sean Little Petty.
No,
He
don't
always
do
the black
that.
one. Like,
Don't
yeah,
do
your
that.
ankle messed up, so you gonna have to relate
Do
this. I'm
it.
sorry, I hate to do it to you.
Ugh. Don't do
Don't
that.
don't bring me in there till I gotta relate, because I'm gonna tell you hell no.
No.
I'm not doing that. Y'all got to see me in the goddamn hospital bed. I'm not dropping nothing. You can call
My
somebody
God,
else, but when I
today.
come back, I'm going to defend my championship because I'm going to be the reigning champion. You lost your damn mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
We don't know when you're going to be back. Well, keep counting the days because I will.
Right.
not a Tessa Blanchard move. Oh my god.
All right.
Don't start
So
that
the
bottle
only
shit.
other thing that we could talk about NXT was the parking lot fight. So the D'Angelo family arranged to have a brawl with Dark State. Dark State showed up, the D'Angelo family showed up, and Luca and Rizzo both was standing there like, okay, where's Tony? The underboss, Stax, was like, I arranged this myself. Tony has nothing to do with this. And he was like, yo, Luca's like, yo, like you can't be out. Do you really mean to tell me that he does not know that we're doing this, that you did this behind his back? He said, look, I'm the underboss. I don't need to get permission. I have authority to call it. I'm calling it. We're doing this fight. He said, are you with me or not? Luca was like, I ain't never back down from a fight. I was like, all right, you will back down from an ass whooping though. Now it was at least 11 of them damn D'Angelo family people there, and it was only 4 Dark State members. Ask me how they got their ass whooped, and
You know,
ask
Jay
me who
White.
got their ass whooped. Just ask, just ask.
Stacks.
And they brought, and just so you know, the D'Angelos are the one who brought the weapons.
Oh wow.
And still lost.
Not you got your ass beat.
Yeah, because that spicy mayo. They're
Mm.
aioli.
Oh yeah.
Now
Mm.
let's keep it real. In the beginning, they was all holding up. Now you got to remember, Dark State is made up
But
of
it's not enough.
fucking former football players, all of them. So they was taking on 2 people from each member of the D'Angelo family, just whooping ass. Okay, Dion is out there hollering in people's faces, just battering people. You got Osiris over there beating people up. That white boy was choke slamming people through tables.
You can choke
Okay,
slam me through a table.
and the
Oh,
D'Angelo
yeah.
still had the crowbars. Now they got him in the beginning. They was taking him out with the crowbars in the beginning, but them old ass white dudes was getting their asses whooped. They was laid out on the ground. And Dark State, they got rid of 2 of them, had them out there, and then it was just Shugs and Dion in there fighting with what's his name, Stacks and Luca. Cause Rizzo left and called Tony, cause Tony didn't know what was going on. So they in there fighting. Then here come Osiris and the other boy, the white boy, coming in there, coming back to Dion and them. They had laid out the white boy on one of them tables. They took Osiris, pushed him through the wall. The damn security come through trying to get them to stop fighting. Suge and Dion come, attack them, beat up the security, beating up Stacks, and beating up Luca. They get outside. These motherfuckers done jumped them. It's 2 on each D'Angelo member. Each one of them is beating their ass.
Bless you.
Just beating
Bless
their
you.
ass. It took Tony D'Angelo to pull up in the car, which I thought he was finna hit them motherfuckers with the car. Because the way he pulled into that parking lot
Was
and
real
they
hot.
slammed Luca on the hood of the car, I was like, run these niggas over. Run these niggas over.
Not run him over. Oh my
He
god.
gets out the
Run the
car with
fuck
the
over.
crowbar, beats up Suge, beats up Dion, beat him up with the crowbar. They run away. I said, now let me see if I got this right. It's 11 D'Angelo family members, and at least 5 of them motherfuckers got crowbars. 2 of them is Stacks and Luca. Okay? Y'all don't run when you see all of these motherfuckers with crowbars, but Tony got one crowbar and it's 4 of y'all, and y'all run then.
Turkey, she ain't pulled out the strap or nothing.
The
No,
math
that
ain't mathing.
gets
It just
risky.
it didn't math. I was just like, I don't like that. He was like, "How you lose and you brought the weapons, baby? They lost. Okay, they lost. Hello, Nicole. Did you get on the flight? Did you get on it?" She said, "Boarding my flight. I'm in an aisle seat and the only one in my row right now.
That's good.
Period. I hope it lasts the
Period.
whole flight. Spread your legs out.
Period. Just
Yeah.
keep your head down. Don't do nothing crazy. We gotta get you to Vegas, okay? Gotta get there safe." Oh, the devil be at work with her, child. He be at work, but we gonna pray you through it.
Okay, he be snatching her shit.
Okay. Oh, they said bless you, Don. You sneezed.
Thank you,
I
Jesus.
said it
Thank you.
first.
Thank you. I feel so blessed and loved. Thank y'all.
Okay. So that was NXT. That was the whole show. That was everything. Okay. Now let's get into the show for Stand and Deliver. Stand and Deliver has 1, 2, 3,
Deliver.
4, 5, 6, 7 matches on the card. This is their Mania style show, so it's going to be bigger than the normal show. All right. Let's start off with the non-title bouts for Stand and Deliver. Tony D'Angelo at the end of NXT made it very clear that he didn't like the way Stacks was moving. Stacks made decisions behind the Don's back without his approval, and he cussed him out for it. He was like, "Because of you, our family has now been injured and we're vulnerable. You're making decisions without talking to me. And now look," he said, "you fucking up. Don't make no decisions without me. I'm not playing with you. I'm dead ass serious. You do it again, and we're
But
gonna have a problem."
didn't he get
No,
him the
I
okay last week?
out by Tony.
Nigga, I don't know.
He literally told him like, I made you the underboss for a reason. Like, I feel like you can handle stuff like this.
Yeah, but he told him not to make no more decisions without him last week as well, because he said the last time he did something, it didn't work out too well.
Well,
Oh.
it's not gonna work out on Saturday either. So I hope they're prepared to lose.
Now Tony dead ass told him, like, he was like, "We gotta get out of here." Well, Stacks was like, "We gotta get out of here because the cops is here." He was like, "Nah, these are my people. I paid them to come here so Dark State would leave." But he was like, "You was out here making decisions without me. Don't know what you're doing. You fucking up the vibes. Like, what's going on?" He's like, "You got us out here looking the whole ass mess." So, child, it didn't look like
Look,
Stacks cared about
crazy.
any of that. In fact, it looked like Stacks was pretty pissed off. One, that his plan didn't work, and two, he seemed to be very pissed off that Tony was going at him. But to be fair, he did make the family look stupid. You did, babe. You did.
Real stupid.
You gonna embarrass me, bitch? In front of my friends.
Yeah.
It didn't look like Stacks was really too comfortable about that. And in fact, I feel like during this match with Dark State, he probably gonna walk out if he don't join Dark State.
Who Stacks?
Yeah,
I feel like he should join them. Join them.
I think he's gonna walk out or he's gonna join them.
Look at how
Personally,
good
it'd
you
be
look
a nice
without
change for
them.
him. See what he gonna do.
He'd be the
Um,
skinniest. Never mind.
Okay, it might boost your aura.
Or point. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
no, it's a
You
six
see
man
how they
tag
all got
team
facial
match.
hair? Stacks, get on board. You're gonna be
It's a
10
six
times
man
finer.
tag team match. We don't know which members of Dark State are going to compete. More than likely, it's going to be Dion and probably Suge, Saquon at some point. I don't know which of the other two is going to compete in that match, but I just have a feeling that Stacks is probably going to walk out or he's going to end up costing the family this match. And it's going to lead to a fight between Tony and Stacks, probably for control of the family. and the other one has to leave NXT forever. At least that's how I would set it up.
We're good. Send Tony up. About that.
Oh, he tried it. Moving on, because that's the only non-title feud outside of the tag team match for the women. Now, more than this probably would open the show. I would have it open the show because I feel like it'll be a really decent match. These are all the members of former people who competed in the North American qualifier match. Each one of these women had tag team partners, except for Roxanne Perez. You see, they were able to have a match at Stand and Deliver that would eventually lead to them getting the number one contender spot and competing for the tag team championship, for the women's tag team championships on Tuesday after Mania is over. Roxanne had one problem. Roxanne doesn't have any friends and she didn't have a partner. And Ava made it very clear. She was like, I don't know why you keep coming back here and bothering me when your ass could very clearly be bothering Nick or Adam. But since you here, I was like,
that means get out of my roster, bitch, and take the stall up. They been
Then
calling
she
you.
was like, that clearly didn't work for you.
Ava
I
like,
see you
bitch,
still here.
You don't work
you
here.
don't work here. Like,
Go away.
I don't fucking blame her. It's just like, she was like, if you can find somebody who could tolerate you long enough to be your tag team partner, if you can find somebody to tolerate you long enough to be your tag team partner, I have no problem with turning it into a fatal four-way instead of it being a triple threat. Because she wanted to go it by herself in this match.
Is she done?
She said,
She was
I'm
like,
the
I will
prodigy, so I
compete
might
as
as
my own
well.
tag team partner because I'm the
Girl,
prodigy. And she was
are
like,
you? Did you go to
it
school?
doesn't work that way. Like,
How is you cool?
you know, she is not cool. So
They
Cora
would hate
walks
me at
up,
the
and I ain't gonna
gym.
lie, I did not want Cora to get that bitch nothing. And
Matter of
I was
fact,
like,
I'll
it's
do it
more than
again.
likely gonna be
I'll
Cora.
help her win. I turn on her again.
So Cora shows up, and Cora says, "It sounds to me like you need to. All you have to do is say you're sorry."
Oh, hell no.
She didn't even show
No,
that,
she
which I
did
would
say
have loved to
sorry.
see Roxanne being humble because she need to be humbled. And I know eating that pen from Tiffany Stratton last Friday was nasty work for her, but because it would have been for me, I would have been mad as hell. She said, "Just kidding, I was in the wrong seat." Nicole,
Oh.
Nicole, it ain't been that long. Yeah. So Roxanne got her partner in Cora Jade. We have two members from Fatal Influence with JC Jane and Fallon, which great because if they had Jasmine, they asses wasn't winning. Tatum and Gigi, the Metaphor Girls, and Roxanne and Cora Jade will all be competing for a shot at the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships on Tuesday, and that is whoever wins between Lyra, Bailey, and Judgment Day. Which I never thought I would say this. I hope that Judgment Day wins. I really, really do. Anywho,
Yes, I told you everybody becomes a street trash believer.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not a believer. I just want to see them lose to Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez.
Oh hell, street trash.
I just want
Come on, these thick ass tree buildings.
All right. So we have the women's North American ladder match that is up next. And these are your
It's
competitors.
dangerous. Don't do it.
Kaylani, Soul, Izzy, Zaria, Thea, and Lola are all competing to become the women's North American champion. Kaylani is the only former women's champion in this match. And if I had my pick, give it to Thea or Soul.
Or Kelani.
Yeah.
No, I don't want Kaylani to be champion again.
Two time, just because she black. I'm rooting for
Well,
everybody black.
no, fuck that. Fuck, fuck that. No.
I mean, that's what, two people in the match.
I give it to Thea first.
I'm okay. I'm not. It's not a bad thing to me. To be fair, I really wanted Lash to be in this match again, and if she was in it, I would definitely go for Lash Legend all day.
I say Thea or Lola.
Oh hell
No,
no.
no, no. Because have you been watching? Lola been on her shit. Lola been
I
in the
have to
pool.
agree.
Lola can talk on the mic. Lola been
She's
Well,
beating
cleaned
bitches
up,
up.
that's great for her.
but
But
I'm tired of her showing her ass cheeks every time she come out there. I'm sick of that. I done seen her ass more than I done seen my own. That's crazy.
She gonna come out like Dolph Ziggler.
Please,
yeah, shut
The
the
title
fuck
on the back,
up.
shake her ass.
please.
That's an idea, girl. Take it.
He said Dolph Ziggler.
Soul still counts. Soul is black. She is black
That's
mixed with black and white.
funny.
Yes, she counts.
I'd still pick
Look
That's
Thea.
at
why
her
he
nose,
says,
y'all. Look at
there's
her
only two.
nose.
It's only
Look at her
two black
nose.
women
I
in the
think
She
back.
black. Y'all see it's round and
no.
not pointed. Black.
Get off.
She said, I can see Lola doing that with that Ziggler entrance. Yeah.
Oh my
Hmm.
god, please.
She need
Um,
to.
I think this lineup is gonna be fun. And I also think that Zarya and Soul are gonna be. That's gonna be interesting to see how they operate in this match.
Aren't they a tag team?
Got
Yes, that's why
lesbian
it's
love.
gonna be interesting to see.
Uh,
Okay, Aaliyah. I got that it was a statement rather than a question. I got that.
oh.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Ricky Stakes is facing off against Ethan Page
Mm.
for the North American Championship. Um,
Face off against me for my love.
I need Ricky Saints to retain this title.
Mm,
Yeah.
I need him to retain it. If you were
Ethan
gonna
was
make
just
him,
champion.
if you were gonna make him compete for the title, then you should have had Ethan Page win the championship before Sean Spears touched it.
Yeah, and then Ricky could have came out and did like a little clap or something.
And then Ricky could have attacked him, or Ricky could have made a challenge to him. Ricky could have won the Fatal 4-Way, and then Ricky could have been the one competing against Paige to beat him at Stand and Deliver. Now, I'm not saying that Ricky Saints getting the title was a bad idea. I am saying, however, for you to go through all the motions of having him have this little tiny thing with Sean Spears and to give Sean Spears the title for a hot minute, only for you to have him drop it to Ethan Page at Stand and Deliver is ridiculous. That is unnecessary. That doesn't need to happen. So if you want to create a feud between the two of these two, you definitely can still do that. Ethan Page can still be on a warpath this next Tuesday, going after Ricky Saints, and they can compete again at another PLE. And then if you want to drop it there, you can do that. Or you could just have Ricky Saints get beat by Ethan Page. Let Ethan Page beat Ricky Saints and let him earn another title shot. He gets a title shot, and Ricky Saints can still beat him again. Then they can move forward to somebody else. I don't know, but
period.
don't do Ricky Saints like that. Don't have him come in there get the title only for him to drop it to Ethan Page. No shade to Ethan, but no. We're moving on. Tag team titles. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if Hank and Tank don't beat these two, I'm not
I
gonna care
told you
no
I
more.
stopped giving this shit.
I'm gonna
I
be
been
honest with
stopped
you. I
caring.
don't think
I
I
don't think they
believe
retained,
wholeheartedly
but
that Hank and Tank are gonna win. I think that they're gonna beat them.
They better, because
Um,
that man has a nice smile. I just love it.
who
I think they're gonna win.
who got a nice smile?
Hey,
Jesus.
Girl, you better stop fucking playing with me. I know that much.
I'm so dead.
Well, I don't know. Nathan Frazier seemed like he need to be on his own because he seemed to
He,
have Seth Rollins mentality and it's starting to get on my nerves.
Well, yeah, it makes sense.
Well,
But
that is his dad, so
yeah, that's
I
his
don't
son.
give a god. Just because that's your daddy don't mean you gotta act like him. Shit.
shit, he ain't no other way.
That's
He
why
been
your
too
woman left
cocky.
and stole somebody else, man. She stole Corey.
Yeah.
The rumor is that Thea Hale stole Cora J's man.
Her new man?
Yes. That one dude that
Period.
she had been with for a while.
Oh,
They
Corey
say
J
she was out
still
there
Thea's
posting them
man.
cryptic messages on her Instagram and stuff because she said Thea Hale stole her man.
Oh,
What?
period,
That don't even
sis.
make fucking sense to me, bro. Like, what?
Yes, they do. Thea love herself.
Well, Thea definitely is with her ex. That's what the when you okay, so the way I be finding shit out is through these little stand accounts. Cause
Wasn't
It's
Thea
Thea,
with
always something.
but Thea was with Nathan, wasn't she?
that's why I just said that's probably why his woman left because he acting like Seth Rollins. I don't think you heard what I said.
Oh, I don't listen. I'd be outside. I don't got time for these people. They broke up. Love that for them. But
I didn't know they broke up. Not until everybody started saying that Thea Hill was dating her ex. That's
who's
how I
Corey's
figured it
ex?
out.
The ginger?
Yeah. No.
Where is he at?
Not in NXT no more. Not the ginger.
That's
Because
what he
she's
was.
had a couple exes since him.
Oh my god,
Okay.
this
She
bitch
has
was
dated
getting
Brian
around.
Breaker. And then she's had another guy that she was with for like the last 2 years.
Oh my god.
And I don't remember his name. And I don't really care what his name is. But I don't remember the man's name. I have
I don't have
no
time for these
idea.
people's life.
Jiggly Dude? Who the hell is Jiggly Dude? Who is that? Hold on, let me see if I can find a picture of Cora Jade.
Oh, sorry. Spurt. Timeout, T Mart.
Oh, she was with somebody named Harlem Lewis.
Who the fuck is that? Yo. I don't even care that much about Bud Light to even want to know who it is.
Now she dated Nathan Frazier at one point. Wait a minute.
That's gross.
That's not true. They didn't date. Because Thea was with Nathan for a while.
Oh, minute, a hot while.
Yeah, she's with I think he's one of the PC dudes. Um she was one of the PC dudes. His name was Harlem Lewis. That's the dude she was posting all over her social media and taking pictures with. But they say that Cora and him broke up and Thea Hill dating him now.
Well, don't she know plastic is out?
You know what? You didn't have to say that hateful shit.
I don't care.
That is hateful.
They say we want real body.
You ain't shit.
Ah.
Now they saying the fans have said this, but I said that's funny. I said I don't have nothing to do with any of that, but I just think that's funny. But I think they may just be friends because I ain't heard nothing about Tia and Nathan Frazier breaking up. In fact, I thought they were still together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't it Trey Baxter during the NXT 2.0 era? Yeah, but that was way before. Jesus Christ.
That was when
That
that
was
bitch
way
stayed
before
home.
Brian Breaker and this new guy Harlem that she has been with. That was almost 5 years ago. Like literally within like 2021, 2022 would be more the time frame. So it'd be more like
Oh shit.
3 years ago. And that wasn't even, and then he was gone. Like that guy ended up leaving shortly after Cora's career really took off in NXT. He ended up getting cut. So I wasn't talking about him. All right. I'm hoping that Hank and Tank get the W and what's his face and Frazier and Axiom, they kind of ride off into the sunset. Now we're getting into the nitty gritty. We got the fatal four way for the women's NXT championship. Stephanie, Jordan, Jada, and Julia are all competing to call themselves the numero uno. Okay, the girl, the woman, the head honcho. Who y'all got? Who you think gonna win? You think it's gonna be Jordan? Do you think Julia's gonna take it? Cause Julia's full heel now. She ain't playing. She was like, "Fuck your
Oh,
bitch. I want your championship."
Well, I knew
no,
that when she beat everybody's ass. I'm like, oh,
Jada
okay,
Parker is
girl.
Jada Parker is Jada Parker, and
Jada shouldn't be in the match, but
Really,
I
honestly.
digress.
But why is he here?
I still stand by the fact that I feel like Cora Jade should be the one in her spot rather
Yeah,
than Jada, and that's no shade to Jada, but Cora is owed that. If we're being fair.
and every opportunity Jada didn't have, she fumbled.
And she's already competed against Stephanie for the title. The only other person in this match who competed against Stephanie besides her is Julia, which Julia is owed a rematch.
Yeah,
Jordan, the only one in here who shot her shot and was like, and to be fair, Jada Parker not came in and pushed Jordan Grace out the way. Jordan Grace probably wouldn't even be in the damn match because she would have already had her shot.
Mm.
So whatever is going on here, Jada Parker gave Jordan the ammunition to be there. All you gotta do is mind your business.
I'm just gonna say Stephanie's gonna take it.
Ah,
uh,
See, there's a couple
also
ways this could go, and you could kind of
Jordan for the
pull
fucking.
two feuds out of this match and make it work, and you'll have double bookings for the next PLE that you have. I would snatch the title off of Julia and put it on Jordan Grace. And I would make take it off of Stephanie and put it on Jordan Grace. And I would make Julia and Stephanie fight it out amongst themselves because they obviously have a feud. And I want to see them in a non title bout. I would let Jordan and Jada have their little moment. And then I would move forward. Once Julia and Stephanie get done fighting it out, whichever
Oh,
one comes out on top would then go up against Jordan Grace for the championship. And then they can do whatever they want to do with it up to that point. If I have Stephanie retain, I would make Julia and Jada fight it out. I would have Julia take out Jada, and I would let Jordan and Stephanie have a feud of their own. So it would work out either way if Stephanie retained in my idea, but it would also work out if Stephanie dropped the title. I would not let Jada get the championship yet. I personally don't think that she's ready yet for the title. No
agreed.
shade. But her online behavior and with the way that she
Yikes.
is operating, I feel like there's a lot for her to learn. Um,
Wasn't she in some shit not too long ago on the internet? Because she done said, what the fuck did this bitch say?
it was transphobic. Let's just leave it at it
And
was
she
trans.
tried to say it wasn't, and it was like, ma'am, this is you.
It was very much transphobic. Not only that, but they done accused her of sleeping with Jay Uso. It was
That
just,
is wild.
and it was the stan accounts that found all the tea. I was like,
And they clocked it hard.
But to be fair, when you look at the video, it was the similar white pants, but I didn't see the video grainy, so I didn't see his tattoos. And he has very distinctive tattoos on both of his arms. And they're not hard to see. Even when he wears long sleeves, like the tats poke out on his top of his hand. I don't know.
Clip that.
He denies it and said that wasn't true, but I'm like, I don't know. Is it possible? Yeah, but from what I saw today on Complex, it makes sense. He seemed to. Never mind. I keep that to myself.
Listen, girl. Every nigga's gonna do
I'll
that.
keep that to myself because that's gonna get me in trouble.
We'll talk about that in the private sessions.
Yeah, because
you gotta subscribe to Patreon for that.
Because ain't nobody finna be clipping me and getting me in trouble. No.
Get a cease and desist.
No, they'll come here and be like, "Oh, she the one who said I didn't say a motherfucker."
Bitch, I said that in my private time. If you recorded me, I'm taking you to jail.
I ain't said nothing. I don't know nothing.
Because I ain't say that shit. I'll be like, well, look what AI did today. Shit, that's crazy.
Right?
Ooh, I'm just nobody. You didn't got
not AI though.
Say this bitch you to a whole nother level.
This AI crazy as fuck. Like,
I ain't never seen no shit like
mimic
that.
voices and shit. That's wild.
It's
I
not
never said that.
Anyway, how y'all feel about Stand and Deliver?
I wanna stand in that liver.
You are being real petty today.
Girl, shut up.
Put it up for members only. Because see, y'all be clipping shit on the members only tab too.
I didn't think she'd see that, did you?
I didn't think she knew that.
Especially now that you don't put it out there, people will go over there and sign up to be a member just to get the tea, and then they'll leave and put the shit on the internet. Y'all ain't finna get me in trouble.
Send it to AT2. You know he'll do.
Yeah, I'm so mad because he would.
He'll record it.
I love AT2.
I'm just supporting what I say, what I see.
That man be in the thick of it. Do you hear me?
Don't shoot me.
And the people over there that on his page are crazy. Now, before we get to Mania, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. I know that girl that got punched in the face on that right-wing political YouTube channel for telling that girl that she was a murderer for wanting to kill kids. That's how she prefaced it. Remember? So the girl hit her with a two-piece and busted her shit open, leaking. Now the girl is in jail. That punched her in the face. She went to jail. And everybody's celebrating, and she had the audacity to put in her caption, the girl who got punched in the face, Black Lives Matter. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Hashtag God is good. And I said,
we gotta do any of this.
I said, okay, this is wild. Now, on this post that AT2 had, I watched his video and I went and watched the video from their channel on live. I think it's called Live Now or some shit like that. I watched it from start to finish. The video started very normal, like they were just having a conversation, and then all of a sudden, the conversation shifts, and she basically does a very typical right wing. I'm about to, undercut you with facts and misinformation, as they put it. The girl comes out there, she's talking to her, and she says, how do you feel about abortion? And she says, I'm all for it. I support Planned Parenthood. Then she comes with the fact, well, do you know they had like $700 million in funds, and nobody knows what they did with those funds? Like, where is that money going? I said the money goes to contraceptives. The money goes to building new Planned Parenthoods. It goes to paying staff and doctors who work at the facilities, and they're still underfunded. How come you don't ask that same question of your local hospital?
Well,
Or how about when you go to the doctor and you got to pay $45 to go see a specialist because something is wrong with a specific body part. So you have to go pay $45 to see the specialist, turn around and go to your regular primary care doctor and pay another 35.
Mhm.
So if you have to see two doctors in one day, you're paying anywhere from $100 to $150 to go see the motherfucking doctor. And you have to pay another fee to go see the dietitian if your nutrition is off.
Oh, I don't got the time. I don't got the time.
But nobody is nobody's asking those questions, right? So who is this?
What?
Who's Donnie Days? Who are you, babe?
I thought that said Scarlett Johansson.
I've never seen.
Why you worried about it, Blue?
The person in the picture is Mariah May, if I recall.
Yeah,
But
that's Mariah. Fine ass.
we'll get to Mariah May in a second. We're gonna talk about it. But this lady was on there. She don't get me wrong, she punched a girl in the face. You're not supposed to punch people just because you disagree. But she was being provoked.
I
The girl
disagree.
literally called her a murderer, laughed in her face, and then acted as if what she said was basically a good punchline. Every time the girl came up with a fact, like sometimes you get pregnant by a dude who ain't worth shit, who's not gonna be able to help you take care of the child. You don't want to be taking care of a child that you don't want and a child that isn't getting the support from the father, which she's 100% correct. She said, what about in instances of assault where somebody is being assaulted? They don't want to raise a child from the person who assaulted them. Correct again. And she was just like, if in case the mother could actually pass away, like there are too many factors and too many things to consider when having a child. She said, I feel like this should be an option for women because they are the ones who have to bear the brunt of carrying this child to term. And then the conversation takes a turn when she starts talking about how abortion is high amongst African Americans, which is another right wing talking point about African American women being the ones to utilize abortion the most. And it's also a lie. We are not the ones who utilize abortion the most. White women are.
Lord, you look at that.
Go look it up. They are. They are the ones. But um it's a talking point very similar to how they talk about welfare and everything else, and that also is a lie. Black people are not the ones who are disproportionately using welfare currently. That is also white people who are using welfare. Just you can look it up for yourself. It's
It's a
there.
known
The
fact.
information
It's
is
white
there.
people.
But as the conversation progressed, the girl ended up she started to be antagonistic with the way she would undercut the lady. And she was just like, the woman basically responded and was like, I feel like your views are very ignorant and it's very outdated. Like, you can't just go and say that people don't need to do this when this needs to be an option. These kids going in the system are being abused. These kids going in the system are not being provided adequate homes, healthcare, food. She like these kinds of things need to be considered when you're having a baby. And she was just like, I just feel like, you're calling me ignorant and stupid, but you're the one who's advocating for killing children and killing kids in foster care. And she laughed at her. So the girl punched her in the face.
Well, that's what she did. Stop fucking with people.
Now, on AT2's post, AT2 basically said, I don't condone hitting people in the face. I was like, I do. She provoked the girl. So two people commented underneath me and was like, you condone violence. I'm like, what I condone is people minding their business and not putting this rage bait out there. Y'all constantly are doing this, and then y'all expect people to respond to y'all in a normal fashion. And I'm starting to believe that y'all do this type of shit on purpose. And I'm just like, the reality is you do not know where people are going through or where they're coming from. So for you to walk up to a stranger and to have this divisive type of conversation, you are asking for two things. You either ask to get your ass whooped, or it's going to have a verbal altercation that will turn into an ass whooping. Either way, somebody going to get fucked up.
Oh.
And it was like, well, one dude was like, well, it's obvious this is a culture thing. One of us comes from a culture where we actually have conversation and we work things out through conversation, and the other one results to violence. And I
A
was like,
culture.
oh,
Was that
so
a was that a was that a
we
poem
trying to use a
title?
microaggression. I said, that's interesting. I'm like, I don't remember my people enslaving a bunch of white people and bringing
It
them
was
over
a
to a
poem
country
title.
that they
Okay.
didn't own or any of that. I don't remember them bringing diseases to white people and trying to kill them. And I don't remember none of my people on board no ships fucking sheep because they can't have sex with other people. And I don't remember my people eradicating or trying to eradicate a whole race of people that were already inhabiting the land just so they can come over here and steal it. Now we're going to talk about violence, cultural violence. Well, you're going to lose that argument, babe. I don't remember history talking about black people going to nobody else's country and enslaving all their people and creating an entire slave trade and profiting off of human trafficking. I don't remember that happening with my people in any way, shape, or form. I don't remember my people burning down entire cities because they didn't like the fact that black people were thriving in an area where white people weren't. I don't remember black people going to Wall Street, white Wall Street, and burning it to the ground because they didn't like the fact that white people were thriving. None of these sundown towns in this country have burned to the ground yet. I'm just saying, if we're going to talk about violence, then let's talk about violence. But you're going to lose that argument with me if that's where you want to go. Because I can tell you right now, in my culture, we do not preach violence. In fact, it's quite the opposite. We teach that we need to accept everybody so that we can survive. I'm just
tired
saying,
of StreamYard doing this shit.
it don't like us.
It's too crazy how they think
I'm just
that
saying, if y'all
culture
gonna
is
be
by
fair,
a
so let's
classified
be
group
fair.
of ethnicity when culture is by the household. Because some of us grew up with home training, some of us did. It's a different culture over in that household.
Yeah, like washing your ass.
Of all y'all be out here funky.
And that just brings
Girl,
us back to
either
wrestling.
participate or don't.
It just brings us back to wrestling because word on the curb is that a lot of you wrestling fans do not wash your ass. And I'm concerned because I know y'all not going to be sitting up in that Las Vegas stadium in that 150-degree heat, baking ass juice, and you stank. You don't want to wear deodorant.
Stink ass hoe.
I just know y'all not going to do that.
Not the Funkadactyls, they are lying.
Now, they say when they came here for SummerSlam that y'all was down there at the SummerSlam store smelling like pure shit.
Ew.
Shitting on yourselves. Y'all too
They
grown.
said y'all was smelling like pure dookie.
Dookie is crazy.
That's not right.
Dookie booty and not in the good
They
way.
say y'all was smelling like dookie. Now you know it's a problem when a WWE superstar have to tell y'all rules to come and to see them or talk to them. This man, Drew McIntyre, put it on Twitter and was like, hey, these are the do's and don'ts of WrestleMania. First of all, wear deodorant. I said, they don't be washing their ass. Y'all don't believe it so?
No.
Now, if he telling y'all
Kevin
to
Owens
wash
said
y'all
he put
ass,
that on one of them cards. One of his writing cards. Not writing cards.
Wash your ass.
Collectible cards to please bathe.
I feel like y'all really need to have a master class on how to be clean because on social media, a lot of white people
That's something all wrestlers can get with.
Are telling the world that they don't wash their ass for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, what is that? Like, why are we doing
Excuse
that?
me?
Like who's doing like
Oh,
what?
yes. The podcaster girls are like, oh my God, I don't wash my hands after using the bathroom. This
I
is why
feel like
COVID,
part of that is
this
shock.
is why
Oh
COVID spread.
Not even
my
shock. I
God,
feel like
I have a story to tell for
that's,
that.
I don't know.
You're
That's
gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait on your story. We're gonna be here all night. Already got here late.
Okay.
Already got here late. They mad at me.
It's real short. It's
Sit
real
your
short.
chicken
Hold
head
on.
ass. No, it's not. Sit down.
the grown ups are talking.
Kenny,
Kenny,
I'm
Okay.
grown.
How old are
Please,
you?
if you still got a one, don't you still got a one?
That doesn't matter.
y'all gonna
Oh.
leave
All
Hiram
right.
alone.
All right.
Anyways,
Both of y'all,
That's not
he
get
still got that
bullied.
one. He ain't grown.
stop it.
He not grown for this conversation.
The girls, the white people, was all on their podcast. Some of them was joking, others were not. They do not wash their hands after they go to the bathroom.
Ah,
They do not use a washcloth when they take a
Nasty.
shower. They think it's disgusting to use a washcloth. However, there were a
You
bunch of
gonna
white
use
folks
your
who
hands
also
that you ain't
chimed
washed.
in and was like, it was one white lady that told the story. She said, when I was like 12, my best friend came to spend the night at my house and she was black. And she asked me for a washcloth and I just didn't understand why she needed a washcloth. And I told her we don't have washcloths at her house. So she said her mom packed her a little wash kit with a big towel and a washcloth. And she had like a scrub loofah in there to exfoliate in the shower. So the white girl was looking at her like, y'all don't use washcloths. And the white girl said, no, we just use our hand with the soap. She's like, well, what if you got liquid soap? She was like, you just cup your hand and put the soap in your. She was like, ew, no. So the black girl brought her an extra washcloth. She was like, wash with this and tell me how you feel after you take a shower. The black girl went and took her shower first. They waited a couple minutes and she went in there, took the shower when the water got hot again, and she took her shower. She said that was the cleanest that she has ever felt
I bet
since
so.
she's washed her body. And I said, your ass been dirty for 12
Your
motherfucking
whole
years.
life. You
Think
can't be doing
so?
so much shit
Just
with just putting
disgusting.
soap on top of dirt, just gunking it up. I'm surprised. I'm
And
surprised y'all don't
here's
catch
the kicker
boils
part.
often.
A lot of the white dudes don't wash their legs because they believe the soap that runs down their body cleans their legs.
What?
No, I don't wash my
Mm-hmm.
legs or my feet. Literally ask the man on the
They said the
podcast, do you
soap
wash
just
your
run
legs when you're in the
down.
shower? No, I don't wash my legs when I'm in the shower. I feel like the soap running down cleans it.
I need people to
And it's
stop
not a
saying
casual
things.
conversation. They giggle about it. They be like, what? They're like, do
Tell
you
him,
wash your
John,
Motherfuckers
legs
don't
in the
because
know wash your
shower? They're like,
legs.
I'm dead
dude, why the
ass.
fuck would I wash my legs in the shower?
The
This is
water,
why I
the
Because
don't
soap
your
is
listen to
running
legs be
down there. It's
sweating.
cleaning it.
conversations
I'm
because
clean.
what the fuck
Now
is wrong with y'all? You know?
I'll say I don't shower every day. However, when I do shower, I gets down. Okay?
Well,
Every
shit.
If I
crack,
don't
Let
every
shower,
nook,
me.
I'm
every
taking a
cranny.
whole bath. Okay.
I
Exactly.
shower 2 times a day, 7 days a week.
I can. I don't like being in the shower that long.
I
So I'm
shower
not
every
taking
day.
a shower every day, but I am washing up. Like I'm going in the bathroom, the pots is getting hit, okay? Because first of all, Big Bertha don't like being nasty, okay? You can't have Big Bertha in there smelling like a whole sleeve stack about the cooch. You can't do that.
Uh,
You got to clean that,
Oh,
sorry,
okay? You got to clean Big Bertha,
that burp was personal.
all right? You got to clean her. Them underarms, and plus you chunky. You know what I'm saying? When you chunky, you got other spots to clean, okay? That be hoarding sweat and everything else. I can't do that. You got to wash your ass. Okay. If you're gonna go to these wrestling events, you got to wash your ass. Okay, because I'm telling you right now, if
Please.
I go to WrestleMania and I smell open asshole next to me, somebody get their ass whooped. Because Mania is almost
I'm gonna
4
talk
hours.
about you. The
That's a
fuck is
4 hour
that
headache.
smell?
And I'm sitting here and I got to smell shit while I'm trying to
You
watch.
smell,
Nope.
Kitty, you smell that
No,
shit?
which one of you niggas is stinking?
Well, I'm gonna be fair. My nose be fucked up 24/7, so
Don't lie,
Y'all
just
got
say
be having
yes.
y'all don't brush your teeth. You
I
got
gotta
flush
be
on the
up on
shower.
someone to be like, "What the
also
fuck
clean
is wrong
behind your
with you?"
ears.
Who don't wash behind
I
their
smell
ear?
that shit. Oh, it smells like
A
shit
lot of
in
people
here.
don't.
Okay, shut the fuck up, Don. Shut up.
I ain't nothing. What?
Shut up. Shut your stupid ass up.
Like, what
Oh
goes
my
on in these
god.
people's heads when they wake up and then just go? Like, just go. I don't
Nah, y'all gotta watch.
understand
They make all
it.
types of deodorant for everybody. Okay. You
That's
can
why I
use
get
native
head
if
like
you
y'all
want to
don't
be a
wash your
natural
ass. You don't
girly.
think about that.
You don't want to, you don't want to wear deodorant that, mess up your pH balance. Okay, cool. You can use Lumi, Carpe, or you can use Salt XO. They make natural deodorants that work in your favor. Now, if you need something with antiperspirant, you're going to have to go old school and get you some Secret, Degree, or you can use Mitchum, bitch. Whatever you need to use to keep yourself from sweating and stinking for a couple of hours. Now, Secret,
You can go
that anybody
to
trying to
your
use no
local
cuss.
herb shop and see what they got there.
Don't nobody want to be scooping deodorant out no damn tub and rubbing it on their armpits.
What the fuck
Now
is
shut your old
going
ass
on
up.
with that shit?
No, they can't go to a herb shop.
Jesus.
Ew.
They
Even that's
can.
gonna
They
hide
sell
too much.
deodorant. They sell like natural shit there, like natural soap,
If you try to talk
stuff
to
like
me and your
that.
breath smell like Satan throwing that ass in a circle in your mouth, back the
Y'all, please, cause
Oh
y'all
my
talking
god.
to the
They
three,
are
4 year olds
there.
after a nap time.
ooh, I know that's
They're like, "Can I get a hug?" I'm like, you can go sit
want
down.
some gum? You want some gum? Mr.
Put
Lamar,
I'll give
get
breath
you
you a
some
mint.
gum,
breath mint.
okay? Come on.
Take this Tic Tac.
They done ate snacks and laid down on it. Applesauce done marinated in that nasty ass mouth.
No, they be having lunch. So I'm talking about salmon,
Oh.
baked
And
Ooh.
they
beans.
go to
Oh,
sleep on
back
it.
up, child,
They
knocked
would get
out.
Wow.
after dinner mix after
Yeah.
messing with me if they going to take a nap. Here, come get your mint. Come get your mint.
Yeah,
Your
they
ass
won't
need
even
two
have a
mints. Come get your
conversation.
2 mints. All right, everybody
Two
go
They
lay
be
minutes.
like,
down. We're gonna be fresh when we wake
Mr.
up.
Lamar,
Okay.
back up,
Get your mint.
back up, back up, back up.
Get your mint. Come
There's
get
too
your
much going
mint.
on with you right now. I wish they brought back brushing teeth in the school, child. Go brush your
Oof.
teeth. Go brush them again.
But y'all heard Ruby say you need to be washing your ass and putting on deodorant. I'm gonna do a whole
Yes.
video for y'all because some of y'all nasty.
And for an extra hot day, extra places on that deodorant. And
I'm
it's for
telling y'all,
all
wear two
pits, like
types of
the
deodorant. I do
armpit.
it all the time because I don't play that shit. You wear a regular stick deodorant and a 72-hour spray deodorant. You don't even have to use it for the 72 hours, bitch. Just spray it on so your ass don't be stinking. Please.
I use that 72 hour hole and it work up to 72 hours.
And every one of y'all
Cause
that
on
got
that
coochie,
73rd hour, I'll be
y'all
musty as hell.
listen. Those of y'all who got coochie, they make coochie sprays too. Stop playing. And for those of y'all of the male variety that got balls, they make ball spray.
They
Okay?
make ball cologne.
And they do. They also have growing
No
powder,
excuses.
so it keep you from sweating. Those of us who have the thick thigh problem, it keep your thighs from chafing. It's all kind of shit out here. I'm gonna help y'all out because ugh, some of y'all just don't be understanding that hygiene is important. Okay, especially if y'all gonna be having menses and women's.
It just be the
You sit
straight
up here in
men.
somebody's face and
Child.
you smell like
It
hot
be the straight
ass.
pup.
Don't nobody want to date a boiling garbage can? That's nasty.
Hey, trashy ass.
Don't nobody want to date that shit. Sit up there, you got white stuff on your tongue and don't know how to brush your teeth and shit. Who raised you?
Like you don't
Yeah.
thrush.
Let me do some
My
shit in this
God.
fucking game.
No thrusting.
Oh.
Your mouth nasty, your ass nasty. Mm-mm. You don't want to keep your nails clean.
Oh, fuck.
Lord have mercy.
They look ridiculous. What the fuck? She's only 5'10". They make her look like she's only 5'6".
Who was you
Did she
talking
gotta be
about?
6 feet? This call I make, she's a tall girl. I put her at 5'10", but she look
Yo,
like she's 5'4".
I've been on a spree, haven't I?
Yeah, I don't know how y'all do it because I can't keep up.
I can't keep up either.
That shit shut off on me one time, and I said, "Well, I'll circle back to her another day."
I haven't played it since because it cut off on me in the middle of me. It was right when I got ready to save my call. It cut off, and I made a beautiful call. She was so pretty.
I had just saved her outfit as
Oh,
her name,
bullshit.
and it said nope.
Fucking,
I said, "Oh, okay."
I said, okay, that's enough for me.
Don't even worry
Especially
about it.
when I'm taking like 2 hours to make a call. And I
Why you
like my
taking 2
calls to
hours?
look different. So I'll take a faceplate and fix the faceplate, and I'm working trying to get the cheekbones and shit right. I get everything the way I need. Then I have to move it to hair, the clothes. I finally get her straight. I'm like, she perfect. And then this motherfucking game shut off.
They said you took too
Same.
long.
I
I
done put
almost threw
cute
my
little
controller the
tattoos on
last
her
time.
face.
But
She
I
looked
remember
real
last time that
trashy.
Jared paid for that controller. So I
Bitch, you
couldn't
lucky.
She's
he be mad as
playing.
fuck. Dirt under the fingernails boils my blood, girl.
You don't boil my blood. Hot breath.
I can't with you.
Got that shit.
I'm telling you. He also spoke about how some of y'all should not be calling the wrestlers by their first name.
Well, then
Yeah,
don't
that's
tell us
fucking
Like their
either.
real
crazy.
names. And I'm like, okay.
How? Cause you don't know me like that.
I don't know you like that, so I wouldn't. But if your name Drew McIntyre and that's your government name,
Whose fault is that, really?
what you want me to do? Like
Real shit.
like I don't know Drew's real name. I'm not trying to figure it out. I
Let
don't
me
care
see.
enough
In
to
the
do
app.
that.
Oh,
That's what it is. It's
I
in the
mean,
app.
it's not too far off. I would call
I
him by
just
his
don't
real
care
name,
enough. I
honestly.
really don't.
It's not. It's just Andrew.
Oh my
I don't
god.
give a shit. Um, I truly don't care enough
I
to
would do it,
find
but I
out.
would do it to be funny.
See,
I know. That's hilarious.
Andrew, but also I wouldn't be stalking you at an airport. So
and that's the
there it
crazy
is.
thing. You say they be stalking y'all at the airport, at their hotels. Y'all show up at their hotels.
But I
Like,
feel
where
like
how
Cause
y'all could be
now,
using
if
y'all
I
shit for good and finding these motherfucking people that be human trafficking people. Why don't y'all do that?
okay, the pedophiles.
Find them. Why is y'all trying to find Drew McIntyre and motherfucking Charlie Dempsey in the goddamn airport?
that's just
Talking them down for pictures and signing autographs. And Kevin always said that you
Because
motherfuckers
let
will
me
be
tell you
standing there
something. If
45
I'm
deep.
going through the airport and y'all find me, oh, I'm gonna think y'all a terrorist group. I think that group over there got a bomb in the middle of them. You might want to check that out. All
Oh,
y'all
not
going
you
to
gonna say they
airport
got a
jail.
bomb?
Yes, I will.
hell yeah,
Security.
dickhead
Checking
to
for
I'm
that.
bags.
fearing for my life. They follow me everywhere I go. I don't know what's going on.
Don, please.
He said a bomb.
Stop playing with me.
He has a bomb.
Why are you following me, girl? It is 3:45 in the morning. And y'all calling my
I am
fucking name. I'm about to throw my shoe at y'all. I'm about to be hated
crying.
for real. Cause I'm not them. Stop fucking talking to me. Ain't you? No, I'm not. I'm about to get
I
real
feel like
disrespectful,
being outside
actually.
the venue for the show and waiting for an autograph or waiting after the venue is over for an autograph is acceptable. But to
That's
like pull
normal.
like at an airport where they're just getting off the plane or heading to baggage claim to get their stuff, like let them go to get their stuff in peace.
Yeah,
You know,
Kevin
you
Owens
don't
said
have
they
to
would. Some people would buy plane tickets just to sit at the
like
gates.
right. They buying plane tickets just to go in the airport to get a bunch of shit signed. He said one man, Kevin said a man will come up to you and like one time that he had like 20 things for Kevin to sign. And Kevin was like, no. He was like, well, Stone Cold would have done it. He was like, that's great for him.
Oh, don't like Stone Cold to you, bitch.
Stone
Don't
Cold
answer
ain't gonna
that.
stand there and sign all that shit. He gonna tell you in a minute, get the
Don't
fuck out
answer
of my
that
face.
question. Because I probably do like him. But I'm not.
Like the fuck?
The
I'm like,
fuck?
y'all are some psychopaths. Every one of you, you're crazy.
Bitch, don't get weird.
Carmelo would do it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Carmelo also do backflips. You see me doing a backflip? You gotta get your ass on. They ain't gonna like me. You don't sign shit. I sure don't, and I won't unless you got a check for me.
Just do like Mercedes. Stop it. Get off the internet.
Go touch
outside.
grass.
Go touch grass.
The
Let's talk
first time
about
in a long time she
WrestleMania.
said something smart.
Girl. WrestleMania 41 is in 3 days. It starts
Yes,
on
it is.
Saturday and it ends on Sunday. Easter
Amen.
Sunday of all days.
God bless. There's gonna be some bullshit on Easter Sunday.
That nigga. The resurrection is gonna be messed up.
It's gonna be a resurrection for sure.
Oh Lord.
No, he is so stupid.
John Cena about to rise up from the ashes, y'all.
Not John Cena for the rise up. I hate you for that.
The John Cena.
I can't with you.
Ooh.
The John Cena is crazy.
It's finna get wild in here, y'all, and I'm ready for the roller coaster ride.
Night 1 of WrestleMania.
Let's get
Starts
into it.
off with Rey
Don't
Mysterio
care.
versus El Grande Americano.
I really don't give a fuck.
I didn't even
I'm not
wrong
watching
with
that
it.
match.
Don't care.
Didn't even let her get
I'm
the
not
sentence
even
Look at
out.
entertaining that
like-
match. I don't care. I'm sorry to y'all, Chad and Rey Mysterio. I love both of y'all. I promise y'all I do. I just don't give a shit about this match in particular. It means nothing for me. It does
Well,
nothing
fair
for
enough.
me.
But we seen didn't they show this match? I don't know how many times now.
And when she bringing
Ray
in her house,
wrestled, I don't know. It was Dragon Lee who wrestled El Grande Americano, and then they had them wrestling one member
hey,
of
Jose.
the faction. Rey Mysterio vows to expose him at WrestleMania.
Oh, because Kendrick. Oh.
It's like they find ways to get Rey Mysterio on the card. It's like it's in his contract. Like Natalya, y'all remember Natalya used to always weasel her way into something.
A WrestleMania match, a ladder match.
Natalya always found a way into that goddamn Money in the Bank women's match. She always found a way to go overseas to Saudi, and she was always on that Mania card in some capacity. And every year, Rey Mysterio comes up with some type of fucking match. Like last year, they just created that match with Judgment Day out of nowhere. Like they hadn't been tangled with Judgment Day in almost 3 months. And all of a sudden, boom, you got LWO versus Judgment Day. I think that was on the card last year. Because that was when Jason, the football player, what's his name?
Kelsey.
Jason Kelsey.
That's his name. Thank you. Jason Kelsey and them came out there and they helped.
The better.
And they had took their shirts off and everything. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay. That was a choice.
All right, Rico.
But in that cold weather,
like that was a choice. He said every time, and then she lose, and we be like, okay, see you next year. No, for real. It's like Natalya always had a match. Always. But anyway, Ray versus Chad Gable in this mask, because this is Chad Gable. I know them goddamn muscles
You know
anyway.
that.
Okay.
Looking like a G.I. Joe character.
Who y'all got? Y'all gotta pick somebody. It's Mania. Pick one of them. I don't give a shit.
me.
I'm probably gonna be at my hot dog bar eating when this match come on anyway.
I mean, I guess Ray. I mean, I really don't care.
She said, Ray. Don, you gotta pick somebody. Hell, I know you done turn your goddamn mic off, but you gotta pick somebody.
I pick versus, actually. That's what I think.
You pick who versus
Versus.
Kenny. If you don't shut your ass up. Not that big ass head ain't fooling nobody. He do got a big head. He
Sure,
do.
ain't calling nobody because who they thought they were kidding.
I don't know, but they've been saying that Michael Cole the only one who telling the truth. He said we all know it's fucking Chad Gable. He was salty as fuck.
I'd be mad too because get out of my way, wasting my time.
He said, Raven, I don't give a fuck. We all don't.
Dumb shit.
But y'all gotta pick somebody. Y'all gotta pick somebody. Okay. Let's go to a match that we actually do care about. Okay.
Pick me.
LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. Who y'all got?
Jacob.
Yo, Jacob as well. Ooh, not the Ray versus El Grande is a Bath and Well it is. That's gonna be my snack break. I'm gonna give me something to eat when this come on. That's gonna be my snack break. Ray mysteriously. Jacob Fatu, you picking Jacob too? Jacob, yada I mean. All right. I'm going Jacob. I think Jacob's gonna win. Mackenzie said LA Knight. What? I want LA to win, but I'm not sure. Ooh, this one's split down the middle. Oh, Kayla done came in with the break. Love LA, but it's Jacob's time. Ooh. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with Jacob on this one. I think Jacob Fatu is gonna win.
We can't.
I hate that for LA Knight though, because I love LA Knight, but what if
Slim
Solo
Jim
come
would
in
be
and cost
alright.
Jacob this W?
That's most likely going to happen.
I would hate that for him.
I guess we gonna see Jacob or not Jacob. So
Because they've been teasing that breakup they've been teasing that breakup.
Yeah, but damn. His first Mania match and you come and mess it up.
Well, ain't Solo supposed to have a match against Randy?
No, Randy's not having a match. At least they haven't made it official and announced it. The New Day is facing off against the War Raiders on night 1 of WrestleMania. Who y'all got?
War Raiders.
Really?
Really, girl?
I have the War Raiders with possibly Big E getting involved.
Who they get involved?
Big E.
No way.
Messing up the New Day.
How? Big E can't get involved in the matches.
I don't know, some way, somehow.
I don't know.
I don't know about that. New Day. Mackenzie said New Day.
Sure, right there. She not gonna go. I gotta do something, girl. It's important.
Yeah. Kitty picked War Raiders.
It's not important.
Hiram thinks the War Raiders gonna retain because of Big E.
Oh yeah, they've been talking about Big E a lot lately, so maybe so.
I don't know. That would be one of the loudest pops.
Right.
It would, and I love that for Black America.
And WrestleMania will be the perfect moment.
But that
And
could
Black
be the
Africa.
reason why New Day was chosen over the Street Profits to go into Mania as the tag team to wrestle.
They're not going. Street Profits not going to Mania.
No,
See.
no, they're not. They are not on the card for night 2 of WrestleMania.
Well, shit.
They can't have one more
Hiram
match.
might have a point. I low-key wish he wouldn't have told me that because now I'm going to expect it.
Well,
Don't expect nothing. So you won't be disappointed.
Fair enough, Don.
That's what people say. They like when they was like AJ Lee coming back at the Royal Rumble. I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
They hang on to that.
I'll be happy when I see it.
I mean, fair enough. That's how I have to watch it anyway. The New Day, the War Raiders, thanks to Big E. War Raiders ain't doing nothing with the title. I don't know what you think the New Day gonna do with it.
Because
They've had it 14 times already.
I ain't gonna do nothing different from what War Raiders is doing. Besides being paraded out in the public, to argue with the fans about how they're the greatest tag team of all time and y'all got to bow down to us. They're not going to do anything different from what War Raiders have been doing. There were
You
a
know what they're
heel
gonna
tag
do?
team with them titles with Judgment Day. They didn't do shit with Judgment Day having the tag team titles. I don't know what you think they're going to
They're
do
gonna fight
different
with War
with
Raiders.
the New
That's what
Day.
they're gonna do. They're gonna take it and they're gonna feud with War Raiders and they're gonna take the belts back. That's what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Is it worth it?
No.
Hell no.
They never get.
They need more faces on Raw. It's too many heels.
So let's get into the nitty gritty, the fun matches on the night one card. First up, Naomi versus Jade. Dun 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 dun. Who do you
Black
got?
chicks fighting.
You got two black queens going at it. Who you got?
I have the culture. We won.
That's everybody, child.
Yeah.
The gays, the girls, the blacks. We won. The straight whites.
We all
I
won.
don't know what to tell you.
Straight whites.
I don't know what to tell you. Sit back.
Man, I don't know. This
Relax.
ain't your
I don't really
fight.
care. This ain't your ride.
This ain't
So
for
whether
you.
you watching or not, it don't really matter. The same way with the WrestleMania main event, it happened years ago. If you don't watch it, I don't give a fuck.
Period.
And if you didn't like it, I still wouldn't give a fuck.
Okay, Brandy going with Jade. Nika's got
I'm gonna go with Naomi.
Aaliyah's going with Jade.
But I don't know because they WrestleManias is 1-1 too.
I'm going with Naomi with this one.
Even though Naomi got body too, they both got body.
No, Naomi is one. Naomi is two. She got 2 wins.
Well, WrestleMania.
Well, 3.
Yeah, because she beat Alexa Bliss at Mania.
Isn't it
And-
5?
She's a tag team champion. She also won that tournament.
Yep.
Not the tournament.
And the
That
Battle
Battle
Royal.
Royal.
So that's
The Battle Royal she
That's
won
cool.
that year.
I think she was the first one too.
Okay. So I don't care who wins in this match. I'm just glad they having it, honestly, because this could extend past WrestleMania into Backlash. So to me, it really doesn't matter who wins, but I have a sneaking suspicion that Naomi is probably going to pull out the W because Jade is expecting it to be a one-on-one fight, and I don't think it's going to be a one-on-one fight.
That bitch finna get jumped.
I don't think it is.
Hate that for you,
Now she
girl.
is smart. She go get that girl Callie from Evolve and bring her ass over here. They ain't gonna do nothing with her in NXT, no way. Let her go over there and work with Naomi. She'll be fine.
One of them
Anywho's
buff girls from Future Legends not Future Jesus Christ. Future Legends,
the
Future.
LFG, the girl that the Undertaker's in love with, he in love with that girl.
Either that one or the black
The Olympian.
One. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would work. That would work. All right. We getting back into title territory. Everybody have their picks with Jade and Naomi. I got y'all picks.
Yeah.
We're moving on. We're into night one. Let's start off with Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair.
Oh, hearing that. You already know who I'm with.
I'm going Charlotte.
I think it's unanimous
I want Charlotte
decision.
to win.
I don't think
I want Charlotte to win just so I can rub it in people's faces.
I think
as much
she
as
will.
I would love for that, I don't think Charlotte's gonna get it. I think they're going to keep it on.
You know why? Because Tiffany ain't lost shit yet, and she need to be humble.
Well, I've been saying that, but everybody said I'm wrong. So
no, they don't like Charlotte, so that's why they anti-Charlotte.
Charlotte is overwhelming that we picked Charlotte, but see, we biased, so we biased as fuck over here.
Sure is. It's strict over here.
And I don't care.
You need your fan on, honey? You sure?
I do love my fan on right now.
Charles till I die. Yeah. And I'm not talking Charles Manson.
I cannot with you. It seems like the whole Live has picked Charlotte Flair to be the winner in this match.
As she should be. Watch your mouth when you talking to
Mhm.
me, huh?
We're moving into another title bout: Jey Uso versus Gunther.
If they don't give this to Jay Uso,
Which they are. I don't know how people are so upset.
I hope that Jey Uso wins. I'm a Jey Uso. I'm picking Jey Uso.
And people
Jay
talking about all
said,
this came
"Yeet,
out of nowhere. Y'all are
Mr.
stupid.
Yeet."
Y'all haven't been
We didn't
watching.
do all of that and just to have him lose.
yeah, no, I don't think
It
so. He
don't make
better get that
sense.
fucking
That's
He
title.
been
crazy.
they've been building this up since 2020. Please, y'all. Don't
Mm,
touch grass. Go touch a tree.
mm.
It feels more real.
And smoke it if you need to, because
You don't deserve to smoke it.
All right,
I
well, all
want Jay to win.
right.
Because
That
y'all
fall
are
from
not
grace is gonna annoy me. What
people
I
who
want y'all to
smoke it gotta
prepare
get
for
away
is
from
not the
real
fall from
living.
grace. I want y'all to prepare for the fans that's gonna turn on him when he becomes champion.
Yep, because you know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, because they did it to
Hmm.
Kofi. They did it to Cody when he became champion, and they're gonna do it to Jey Uso too.
I'm tired of him. He just got the fucking title. What are you
Yep,
tired of?
yep. But I would
Go to
tell
He's not
y'all,
bed.
upset because he says
You're
he's coming
tired.
out here dancing and smiling with everybody.
mm,
How who's supposed to
mm,
be threatened by that?
I want to see what they say because they said that about Kofi a lot. He dancing and smiling too much, and I'm just like, okay,
Well, you
let's
don't
let's
brush
see.
your
Which is
teeth
so
enough.
crazy because he was dancing and smiling when he came back and when
He
they
was
were
dancing
here.
and smiling before he became champ,
It was
and
so crazy.
it's wild,
Adam.
Remember he was dancing and smiling. Y'all was saying New Day sucks.
right?
Mm,
Y'all don't remember that?
Mm,
6 years
I
is
guess not.
just too long for y'all.
I guess. I
Selective
guess.
memory.
I mean, that at that rate, I can understand wrestling years, but at that rate, what not going on? You can remember that. Cause
You
one
got
shit in between that.
the last match of the night is the main event.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk will face off against Seth Rollins and the tribal chief Roman Reigns. There is nothing at stake here except what Seth Rollins believes is at stake. That is the control of the industry as we know it. Now it depends on
The
which
next
side you
era.
choose. If you prefer things to continue as they are, then you wouldn't mind Seth Rollins being the one to win this match. If you would like to go back to the days of old where Roman was the guy, and we rarely see him, but when we did, a championship was in his arms and nobody was able to touch him, then you would want your tribal chief to win. Or if you are looking for someone who isn't really about the industry, he's more specifically about himself, but he does care about how people are in the industry and how they're being treated. People forget that CM Punk laid the groundwork for a lot of what we're seeing now in terms of how
Mm-hmm.
the locker room behaves and
Mm-hmm.
how everybody treats each other backstage. Was he selfish during his tenure? Yes, even he admits that. But he also tried his best to implement a system so that everybody worked together to make the company and the sport itself great. And nobody
Yes.
wanted to listen. So when
Like I
Seth
used to say, they used to beat me up, y'all. They used to drag me.
yeah.
You had to listen to the reasoning. It's so
His
people.
reason is
It
it's
didn't make
all about his
sense.
execution. It wasn't his
Yeah,
reason.
his the way he went about it was horrible. Could have done better,
Now, no, to
but
be fair to
his
Don,
reason I understood.
we
Cause it's like
never
I'm
ever
the champion, and y'all
disrespected
sitting
that.
here talking about I can't be the main event, and I'm the champion. But time and time shows that the champion is the main event, and y'all saying fuck me. So I work and I work and I work and I work and I work 400 and what 34 days,
Mm.
and I still to get nothing.
And he didn't make it to
And you gonna
Mania
tell me
in
that I'm
those
gonna sit here and be hunky
434
dory and
days.
go out there and smile?
He went
I
to
have
Mania
lunch at
that year, but I
WrestleMania.
don't think that he was the main event.
He wasn't. It was John Cena and
No.
The Rock. And then not only that, after it happened, he came out again and said, "We're gonna do it again next year." Bitch, is you kidding me?
He
We
was
doing what
always
next
second
year?
fiddle to
Well, if we're
whoever he
being
was.
honest, how come it's okay for him to do it now?
I mean, now
Because
it's a
now
different era.
he's the
Because
main
at that
event,
time,
and Gunther and Jey Uso are going after the titles, but it's different now. Do you see what I'm saying?
yes, the
It's
guard
not
is different.
necessarily about what he said or
It's
what
about
he
how he did
required,
it.
but his execution of it was piss poor. And then 10 years later, you come back and you're main eventing Mania, but the very same thing you complained about, your
Is what you
counterpart
doing.
is giving you with
Mhm.
no opposition. I'm just saying, maybe you should have been working within the confines of your system rather than trying to work against it.
Yeah, you would have probably been a little bit further. But fuck that old man. I feel you.
I mean, I didn't say Vince was great. I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
Because I hate the way he operated too.
Of course,
Oh,
Vince wasn't
yeah.
perfect. He wasn't perfect, and CM Punk was not going to be protected because Vince didn't want him to be there. But Vince didn't like Daniel Bryan either. But when Daniel Bryan got over, he paid him.
Child, fuck Mighty Mouse.
And I
I
didn't like
mean,
Daniel Bryan. Like, I hated Daniel
I wouldn't
Bryan.
like them either.
I
I'm like, you know what? You boring.
don't like Daniel Bryan, and I
The
don't.
goddamn
That's
it you
another
can
conversation,
wrestle.
honestly. If
No,
this match
he's
goes the way I think
going
he will
for
go,
it.
Seth's going to win. But if not, maybe CM Punk. But I'm leaning
Let me
the
tell
most to
y'all what's
Seth.
Yeah, I'm leaning
gonna
towards Seth
happen.
too.
Paul Heyman is going to turn on Roman and Punk, and he's going to help Seth.
Oh
As he
God.
should. Honestly, it's honestly about time. Should have happened
I
years
mean, the
ago.
way Roman treated Paul this past Monday, I told y'all that Roman Reigns has to lose everything and start from scratch. There's no way that he would be as big as he is without somebody like Paul in his corner. And Paul was your last line of defense. And CM Punk told him that he was going to take away his safety net. He didn't know what he meant by that. And it just looked like Paul Heyman he took it as a betrayal. But Paul Heyman did what he did to protect him. That's not a betrayal. So this is the only way to dismantle Roman and really break him down and strip him down to the bare bones. It is the only way. And everybody was like, well, he hasn't really had no opportunity. He hasn't really repented. He hasn't had an opportunity to do so.
Who gives a shit?
There's nothing for him to really, he's not at the point where he has nothing.
He
Seth
didn't
had
do
that.
anything.
Seth had that point where he was at his lowest. He wasn't at the forefront of everything. He wasn't winning all the matches. He didn't have a title for a very long time.
Cause of who? Roman.
I'm just saying, you have to look at it from the perspective of it's long-term storytelling, true enough, and Roman isn't around long enough in the ring and on TV to tell the story. But when you really put all of the pieces together from the time Sammy turned on the bloodline until now, mash that shit together and really look at it, and you'll see that is a slow chipping of the tribal chief. It's the only way to dismantle him. This man was champion for almost 5 years. What did you think was going to happen? That all of that shit was going to come crumbling down within one night? That's not how empires work.
Duh.
Yes, they can come crumbling down, and you have to
It has
remove
to
a brick, but
systematically be destroyed.
you have to destroy them piece by piece. Just saying. But y'all seem to be picking Seth to win. I honestly don't know. Because if CM Punk wins, Seth is going to lose his shit.
Oh, he'll be all right.
Mm-hmm. Personally, the two of them need to have a final bout and end their shit.
And let them fight for real.
Like, I I really want to see Seth and Roman battle it out. I don't want to see Seth and CM Punk fight again. But they are 1-1, if we're being fair.
Two sides of the same coin.
I just want to see Seth and Roman fight it out.
Two
I want
sides
them to go to like Hell in a Cell and battle it out in Hell in a Cell. I really want to see that.
That's why they don't.
So I have no idea. I don't know who's gonna win, and I'm really stuck on that because I don't know who's gonna win, and that's surprising me.
Paul is gonna help Seth.
Not Paul gonna help him.
He gonna help him. He gonna turn on both. He gonna help Seth Rollins.
I can't with you.
Paul gonna be coming out in fur coats.
The fur coats is crazy. I won't be musty. I won't be musty. Cause I wear Tussie, y'all. Not the Tussie.
Y'all, I get my refill tomorrow at 10.
Period. Now I can shout and not be musty no more. Stupid song. Oh shit. All right. We is moving on tonight too.
The drag ass night.
Night 2 is an interesting beast.
Night 2.
Night 2 is an interesting beast. But we gonna keep it moving. We gonna keep it shiny, okay?
We're gonna fuck up the night.
Hey,
Black Pride.
period. Night 2. Logan Paul versus AJ Styles.
What's a little chilly out here? I need some pants on.
I'm gonna let y'all decide because again, this is Easter Sunday, so I
won't be watching, but I'm gonna go AJ.
I got a brisket to cook on that Sunday. I ain't got time.
I'll be eating.
I'm gonna pick
Me.
AJ Styles.
Period. Whatever. As long as
And
AJ
normally
wins.
I would say Logan, but I mean, didn't he win last year and the year? Oh no, he lost.
Did he have a match at Mania last year?
I think he had that
Isn't
a
that
title match,
Seth?
that US title match.
That was at SummerSlam.
Oh,
he had a match at Mania against Seth.
somebody.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He had a match at Mania.
Did he? Was it Seth? It wasn't
Yeah,
Seth.
it was Seth.
Not last year.
Last year, I
so
don't know about last year.
Are you sure it wasn't last year? I'm pretty
It
sure
wasn't because Seth was involved in the match.
With the bloodline and all that. Yeah.
That was night 2 though.
Oh, it was in a triple threat.
Kevin, Randy, and him.
Yes.
I
don't remember that, bro.
Why don't I remember this?
I remember because that's how Kevin and Randy clicked up, and they ended up both losing the match. Or did Kevin win? No, they both ended up losing.
No, Logan Paul
won.
Well, for the sake of whatever, Logan can lose this one. He'll be all right. There's always SummerSlam or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, he retained his title and then he dropped it at SummerSlam. So I feel like that's a fever dream that never happened.
I swear it didn't.
It did, y'all. I promise you.
That's fucking nuts. I don't even remember.
You know what
why,
it was?
I wasn't in the room when that match came on.
I'm about to say nobody gave a fuck about the match. That's why.
I didn't watch it. And I came back and I made AJ tell me who won, and I said, oh, "Okay," and that was it. Wowzers! Okay, well, AJ Styles gonna win. Great. Moving on to another match. Non-title.
Oh, this motherfucker.
Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre.
We're going with Damien, and that's the only answer. Next.
I'll go with Damien, but
Poor Damien, because he
realistically,
deserved better than this.
it's gonna
He
be
sure
Drew. I
did,
mean,
because why are we going against this motherfucker? I can't stand him.
because
I
Drew
mean,
keep,
Damien did win last year over Drew McIntyre.
but he keep pinpointing that as if Damien
That's
was
for
the
his
one to start his
redemption is gonna
downfall.
start by beating Damian Priest. So I mean, I hope so, so he can stop obsessing over it. Because I'm just tired at this point.
Damien be
You're
getting his ass
tired.
together. He
I've
said,
been
"I'm not your
tired.
issue. Your problem is that you keep worried about CM Punk.
Oh, and he's not lying; he's telling the truth.
You keep worrying about oh shit. They put you to rest, and you still worried about oh shit. I'm not your issue. But I tell you this though, we come face to face. I'm gonna be an issue for you. It's gonna be the last point you have.
Well, he ain't lying.
Too bad you gonna lose, Damien. You know I'll be with you. I do
How
through thick and
That's
thin.
God?
I'll be with you.
Yeah,
But you finna lose.
you are.
It's
That
okay.
sucks.
I still ride for you, Daddy.
He been on
yeah.
your
I hold a
side since
Glock
the
for you,
beginning.
Daddy.
I can tell you right now, I was not.
This boy
I had a
said
brick for you, Daddy.
I was not. I was not calling you no daddy either.
He said, not she said, are you serious? I said, yeah, he
I
is.
said
I said
absolutely not.
I said he gonna be a problem. She said, not flamenco knees.
oh my god.
I said, now you just disrespectful. You mind your business.
That is so unserious.
Yeah,
Like
she was just
what?
ruthless.
You Damien the blue, honey.
I don't get it.
But at that time, he wasn't thick, mamas. He was real skinny. So it
Oh
was
my
flamingo
god.
knee action.
The flamingo knees is crazy. I used to say
That's
some
what she
wild
said. I never
Flamingo
forget.
knees? Yeah,
shit.
you need to be jailed. You need to
I
be
be saying
locked
some
in
wild
jail.
shit, bro. That's fucked up.
Flamingo knees is insane. But you know
It
what?
is.
I love it. A because
People used to flag my videos because of some of the shit I used to say, so I had to scale it back.
flamingo knees though.
It was real not need action.
No, because I called Becky Crossfire a whole bunch of times.
But flamingo knees, like what?
They did
I
not like
wouldn't
that shit at all.
I wouldn't even thought of that, to be honest with you. And I just say some stupid shit. I
His knees
love
did
it
remind me
here.
of flamingos.
Um, the shit used to be some shit. I remember Mandy used to pop up every week, as
Flamingo.
blacker than she was before.
Glitter Dot was going off.
And
Oh
then
fuck that bitch.
for what was it? Valentine's Day. I said, nah, y'all, I know I'm high,
Nope.
but she is brown.
I
Tiffany
tried
said,
to
no,
tell
you ain't
your
that
ass
high.
that her ass
She
was brown.
brown. I said, she's brown as hell. I said, I'm not talking like a cute little bronze glitter. I said, we are the same complexion.
No, she black.
She's brown.
Girl, you
Mm-hmm.
saw you ate with that? No. And whoever let her walk out there, not her friend.
Well, she
Obviously,
ain't
because
there
she
no
let
more.
JC walk out with that olive green on,
Yeah, that's I don't know what goes on
giving
with
opaque.
Nigga.
oh my god.
We moving on before these two start going in. Fatal four way for the
I can't help
Intercontinental
it. People
Championship.
don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Brian Breaker, Penna, Finn, and Dominic Mysterio.
Dirty
That
Daddy
is
Dom.
My
a
money's
very
on
weird
Dominic
lineup.
Mysterio.
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'd go Dominic too, because that would be funny.
My money's on
Liv
Dom.
said, what she mean? Ah. He said, what? He said, I won the match. I got the win. But y'all was
Mm.
there together.
Mm-mm.
He's like, that's how he talk. She's ain't no talk around me like that with my man.
Ooh,
Don't worry, boo. I'm finna get you in this shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, what that mean?
exactly what she said. She did it
I'm
too.
so done.
You don't worry about it. She finna put your name in the hat.
And then that name got in the hat. He look like somebody old ass grandpa, but he in there.
Yo.
He do look at that picture. He look older than everybody else in the picture.
He looked like don't touch my Oreos in the cabinet.
Nigga.
He looked like if Eddie was still going today with Ray.
Mm,
Aw.
mm, 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 mm. Nope. We're not gonna do Eddie Guerrero like that. We're not gonna do him like that.
I ain't saying Ray looked bad.
But
I'm just
Dom
saying Ray
do.
needs to go sit down. Oh, I
But
wasn't
Dom
saying that.
do look bad. That's
I
why I
don't talk
said
about I don't talk about Daddy down like that.
He
Dominic
do be
looks
looking. He be looking
gross.
washed out.
He look like he be sitting in the couch waiting for everybody to come home so he can get mad while he drinking.
What?
Why are you? Why are you? Where
You're
the hell have you
stupid.
been? I've been here all day, hungry. Make me some
You
chicken
ain't eat.
tenders.
I just be
Give me
wanting
another
to.
beer. That's how
I
he
want to know
look.
what to happen. I want to know what to do.
Y'all know I love my man, but I would absolutely love if he retains. But I'm petty as fuck, so I want Dom to win to piss Finn off. Honestly, anybody winning would piss Finn off, to be fair. But Dominic Mysterio is gonna cause a riot. Because
That's gonna
Liv
send
Morgan
him
is most
boiling.
definitely gonna rub that shit in. So I'm like, but the title is with the Judgment Day. Isn't that what you wanted? And you
He is already
said
satisfied,
that
so they
he
can
was
get
your
her ass
big brother.
out.
Remember, brothers forever. Remember? I'm like, y'all, for y'all to be a family, y'all show shady towards each other.
And it's always Finn.
At least when Rhea was there with Damien, y'all was some real trill shit. Like y'all hoes is real nasty towards each other. I don't like that. I don't know
Weirdos.
Penna. I just
It's the
want Penna.
drugs.
Finn not winning. Out of all of them, he not winning.
Oh
But
no.
Dom is. If Dom do win, let him pin Finn. He more than likely
He
is gonna
will.
pin Brian Breaker.
I
And
didn't
I
make
bet
him
you he
think
fall
that.
into the pin because of Finn. Watch.
Mhm.
No, of course.
Just fall into the shit. All right,
Idiot.
we got two more matches left on this card. Because two of them
Go
y'all didn't
ahead
care
and
about.
go ahead and cry.
The
Cry.
women's championship is being contested in the triple threat. Bianca
Mhm.
Sky, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley are all
Our
challenging
baby
for the
bitch.
championship.
Yeah, you're
Who you got?
She is crying ass.
how many
How you
manias
get
would
you
this
get
be
put in this
now
mess
if
because you
Bianca
crashed out?
wins?
Mm. I think
The
Io's
people.
retaining.
I think he'll retain.
I think she is too, but
If Bianca wins, I'll be shocked. I'm not gonna lie.
how
She
many
is
manias would
undefeated at WrestleMania as we know it, but every dog has their day.
And if Rhea win, I'm going to be mad. And
would that
everybody
be
should be mad too. But
would
y'all
that
are
be
Rhea
so
need to be
blind
the one to
by
eat the pin.
likability that y'all are on her side. Y'all are crazy.
Yep.
She is a wolf in sheep's clothing. She has not changed.
yeah. Would that be four manias for Bianca then?
What is she won?
Yeah.
You think Bianca gonna keep her undefeated streak?
No, I'm just
Um,
asking if she were to. I think
no,
Io
that
should,
would that
but
be
would that be
four?
four?
That would
The
be
four mania?
Sasha, Becky, Oscar tag match.
And
That'd be
now,
five.
yeah,
Five.
it's
Shit.
five.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
She's four though.
I'd be glad for Bianca to win either way. I go for Bianca. Statistics wise, it's on Bianca's side. Bianca would be your winner if you was gonna gamble this, but
No, I ain't
something
getting with
tells
it.
me
And Rhea,
that
think
Rhea's gonna
Rhea
pull some
is
shit,
three.
and Io's
Rhea
gonna
got
roll
three
Rhea up
wins.
and win this match because of her stupidity. It's gonna be Rhea's fault because she probably gonna throw Bianca out the ring once Bianca get that pin on Io, and Io gonna be playing possum. She gonna try to pin her, and Io gonna roll her ass up. Match over.
Crash out again, then,
Yep.
bitch. That's what she
If
get.
I was Bianca, I'll whoop her ass after the match was over. Just whoop her ass.
I'd be like, nurse.
No, what are you doing?
Hello, nurse. Just be her ass.
She
Well,
told
And
I'm
I'm
me.
going to
coming out
Io
Monday like I
Sky.
don't even know why I gave her a Mac because I'm still drag this bitch. I'm not finished.
Yep.
Yo, I'm not.
I'm still on her ass. And then here come trade night. I don't know what y'all gonna do.
But I better be going
Nick
to Raw.
Aldis, you better trade Rhea to SmackDown because I'm beating that ass. If
I'm
not,
going after
I'm on
her
that portal every Monday and I'm
every
beating that
Monday.
ass. So whether you get here or not, you got a receipt coming.
Yep.
I don't care. I'm beating your ass to the next
Final
Mania.
final match. Hold on, we got a question in the comments. They said, "Do we think Naomi will interfere?" No,
Nah,
For what?
it's too much going on.
no, because she's still gonna be dealing with Jade even after that match. I do not believe that they're gonna be finished with each other. They're gonna continue out until Backlash.
Wait, what is her
And you
under?
know why?
I'm
Because Bianca is behind all this.
I do not believe that. Not at all. She would have been mentioned it.
I'm conspirating against her.
I cannot with you.
yeah.
It won't matter. She won't see it because I'm blocked anyway.
Yes,
So I shall prevail.
man,
I'm blocked by Bianca and Taylor's blocked by Jade.
fuck.
But Taylor just
Well,
very
Jay
good. That
blocked
was
Taylor,
blatant.
so
She blocked him
Yeah.
everywhere. She said, "Bitch, you can't contact me at
Yeah.
all."
She said you ain't getting
Twitter
no
and
poor
access.
Taylor.
Instagram.
Poor Taylor. Taylor didn't even do it.
Yes, he did. I would have blocked his ass too.
Well, what did he do?
He tagged her. It
The
was the fact that
tagged her.
he
It was the
tagged
picture
her.
she fell on the car and he tapped her, said, "Hey Jade,"
Hey, Jay.
and she blocked him.
You got black off of that? Oh my
Yes. He
god.
on Twitter talking about it was just a joke. And I was like, it ain't no joke no more, is it?
She ain't give a fuck. She blocked that ass.
Yo, that's funny.
That's what y'all get. Y'all cut though. Okay. Got the last one. It's the big kahuna. This one really determines the fate of wrestling as we know it. John Cena has made it very clear that he wants that title so he can take everything from the WWE universe. He just completely bypassing Cody as if Cody is no reverence to him. And I was like, well,
Okay,
it ain't like your ass is just gonna take the title and then fully retire. You ain't retiring until after that. But
because when is his last? When is his last one? Like October or something?
I want to say, it's October, November, around that time. He's gonna be there past SummerSlam for sure.
Yeah.
So his farewell tour started in January. He was supposed to be there from January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Yeah, it was supposed to be like 10 months. And then he was supposed to hang up the boots.
The jorts.
Shit. Jorts is
Please
crazy.
hang them bitches up. All of
The
them. The
jorts
khakis
is
too.
crazy.
The khakis too.
No, I don't think Randy gonna interfere.
Ooh.
I mean, he could, but
What y'all want people to interfere for?
if Randy interferes, I mean, because Randy's out of Mania as of right now.
I have a feeling that he
But I
and
feel
Nick
like
Aldis
there's
is
a
gonna
match that's
fight.
going to be added to night 2 because night 2 is not as long as night 1 is.
Mm-mm. Thank God.
It never is.
No, it's not as long as night 2. I mean,
We
night
got
1.
work
So
in the
night
morning.
1 has. Let me go back to my match card. Night 1 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches. And night 2 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 6 matches. Hold on. 1, 2.
Sorry.
Actually, I'm missing a match. What am I missing?
Bailey and Lyra versus
That's the
Judgment
match
Day.
I'm missing. That tag team match.
I thought that.
Because I was like, what am I missing? I'm missing a match. I know it wasn't crazy.
That matchup pisses me off.
I knew I was missing something.
all this shit. That's what y'all decided to do.
Can I tell you what I'm missing?
But I think they still gonna add Nick Aldis and Randy. I hope they do.
Me too.
I say I hope that they do. Because I really well, oh, it's a street fight for McIntyre and Priest too. I did not say that because I forgot it was a street fight.
Well, well, in that case, honestly, Drew can lose
He definitely can. It is a
because
street fight.
he honestly won enough in 2024, 2025. If I'm being honest with
He
you.
can
Oh,
just
not
lose
I mean,
by
because
the
he
John
2024.
Cena. He didn't. All them people that was talking shit in that video on fucking Instagram talking about some Drew McIntyre deserves it more than Jay Uso. I was like,
Drew has
in
won
what universe?
for
plenty in
what?
2024. Drew has won the title in 2024.
He
Drew
wrestled for
has
it like
won
8 times.
And he
tournaments to
lost.
get back to the title in 2024.
Correct.
Drew has won Money in the Bank in 2024.
Yep.
Drew also still had title matches after that and still
Drew will be
lost.
all fucking right.
So I'm not understanding what he deserves it at. If anybody deserves it, it's Damian Priest.
You ain't lying.
Because he lost his title. I ain't really have a chance to look back.
Hmm. Let's see. In 2024.
Four score and 7 years. I'm not really liking anything here. But
I
Drew
just don't give
McIntyre
a
had
fuck.
39 matches, 39 singles matches in 2024. 15 of those matches he won. 24 of them he lost.
out of the 34 or whatever number you said, he
Out of
lost.
39 matches, he lost 24 of them.
So he
Oh,
lost about 20% of his matches.
He is
No,
correct.
he won about 20% of his
He
matches.
won 20%. He lost about 61.5% of his matches.
what a
Well, stop
loser.
running your fucking mouth, bitch.
In those matches,
What you
Drew
do, son?
McIntyre he was a number one contender twice. No, because he was a number one contender 3 times against, he had 3 matches with Seth as 2 matches with Seth as a singles competitor. He lost both of them. Then he had the third one at WrestleMania, which he weaseled his way into that. He
Mm-mm.
also had a match with
That's three.
Damian Priest that he lost
That's four.
um because
CM
of
Punk.
CM Punk. He lost the triple threat the match he turned into the triple threat to go after the title. He lost that as well
That's
against Damian
five.
Priest. That was also against Seth Rollins. So he actually had 4 matches against Seth Rollins last year involving the World Heavyweight Championship.
Mm-hmm.
He also
Keep going.
had a match between him and Jay Uso for the number one contendership to fight Seth Rollins for the title, which
Six.
he won because of the bloodline. Um, he won Money in the Bank.
Seven.
So he's had 7 different shots at the
You say
World
he won a
Heavyweight
number one contender
Championship.
match?
Huh?
You say he won a number one contender match, right?
Yes.
So it's 8 for real.
He had 8 shots at the title. 2 of them being number one contender matches to go after the title. The others were actual title shots.
And only one of them you won and only had it for 5 minutes.
And that was your fault.
Embarrassing.
I'm just saying. Oh, wait. Kayla says she thinks Randy's opponent is going to be Aleister Black.
Oh.
I don't know, Kayla. You might be on something because they have been presenting that for
Now
the
that's how you
last couple of.
pyramid.
No, yes,
Because there
that
has
his
been some weird
debut, his
shit going on.
re-debut at Mania.
They do a little. I've seen a little vignette, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's Aleister Black. Because a lot of people was confusing that Smoke and that
Yes, ZZ Top, your man is back.
for Rey Mysterio. I mean,
Love
not
that
Ray, but Ray
shit.
Phoenix. But it wasn't Ray
Yeah,
Phoenix. Ray Phoenix, as we knew, which was him. But that
right.
4 is still rolling as a. I don't know. He could debut the SmackDown after Mania, but him debuting at Mania could be crazy.
I do it at Mania because it's gonna be a pop, and it's
But to go back to
unfortunate
the
that we
match
got a
I
spot open.
missed, because I missed the match, because I don't really care about it. But I talked about this earlier when we talked about Stand and Deliver. The girls over at Stand and Deliver are competing. The tag teams are competing to go up against next Tuesday, whoever wins between these two. Now, in my mind, if you're gonna do it, then let it be a real tag team that goes and competes in NXT and drops the title. Now you can do it the way you want to, but Liv and Raquel, if whether you like them or not, they are a real tag team. And they do deserve the right to win at WrestleMania. They already have been champions long enough. They're only 3-time women's tag team champions in the company right now. So let them take the titles to NXT and put over another team. It would mean a lot better for Liv and Raquel to put over that team than to put some rinky-dink shit together with Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Furthermore, Lyra Valkyria is already a champion, and it just looks piss poor that y'all wouldn't let her defend her own championship at WrestleMania, but y'all making us sit through Logan Paul and AJ Styles and possibly Rey Mysterio and El Grande Americano.
Insane.
Both of them matches could have been replaced with Chelsea and Lyra defending their titles because they have titles. Kratos, I don't know what the fuck you doing, but I don't like it.
So he's too busy bigging up fucking Trump.
Well, let's be for real.
Well,
If
I
you
mean, I knew he was a
didn't think
Trumpy,
the
but like,
McMahons were Team Trump, you crazy. Through the pandemic, if it wasn't for Trump, they wouldn't have been able to air their show at all.
They did file to be
They deemed them to be an emergency.
Yep.
Which is why they were able to air their show. So if he were to go on a podcast,
emergency.
for real, go back and check it up. Like they was like, this is
That
gonna
shit
keep the
took me
American people's
out.
morale up. They allowed them to be able to do what they
Stupid.
did because they had the cahoots with Trump. So you gotta be smart about this. You can't go on a podcast that's overwhelmingly Trump supportive, right? And then go on there and be like, nah, I don't fuck with him. When he will literally go after your company specifically because you said it loud like that. Do I agree with what Triple H said? No. But I know that man ain't stupid.
Yeah, y'all had to read between the lines.
That man ain't
Yo,
stupid because what he said, it
He
didn't have
said he
nothing
was
to
a
do with
good
his
character.
policies.
Shut
It didn't have
up,
nothing to do with
please.
how he's
Let's
out running the country. He said nothing about that. He only
He didn't
focused
say
on
he had a
Trump
good
himself.
judgment in character. He said
He didn't say nothing like
he's
that.
a good
He said, say
character.
what you want to about him, but he's charismatic.
Ascending
He
me,
has
bro.
charisma.
And he do.
Ascending me.
It's
I'm not going to
unfortunate
ruin my
that
company. I'm not about to ruin my company because he's an asshole.
I
If you
can't.
want to talk shit about Donald Trump, you do that on your own time behind closed doors. It's just like when we have kitchen table talk. You might be at the table with your family and shit. Now, some of y'all might say this shit to y'all family face. Don, one of them. He definitely he ain't gonna wait. He'll be like, nah, bitch, you ugly. And you be talking that bullshit, and I don't like it. I don't fucking like you. Okay.
You gotta put a bitch in check. I'm sorry.
But sometimes when that auntie be talking shit and she done been married 17 times and she got a son who is in and out of jail and got 17 baby mamas, you have to be like,
I'm
okay,
just
Auntie
not you're not
Carol.
talking to me.
And then you go in the back and be like, that whole son ain't shit and she ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how Triple H
Shit. I just know you ain't talking to
had to
me.
be. Because Auntie Carol might be paying for
funny
your
as
college
fuck.
tuition, so you have to kind of, you better lay low. You have to be careful.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I ain't taking up for him because you have to think about the position that he in. It's a public platform, and Donald Trump watches everybody. He just does because he want to hear what people are going to say, and he definitely be listening to Logan Paul because Logan Paul was just sucking his dick not too long ago when he had him on his podcast. So
Yeah, it's like you gotta save face, but now don't do nothing stupid like send me to Logan Paul's podcast.
but to be fair, Logan Paul is a WWE superstar by their standards. And they've had other superstars on the show. Logan Paul has a massive outreach, so they're utilizing his outlet. It's easy work. I mean, I'm not mad at WWE for milking Logan Paul for what he has. What I am mad about is not holding him to the same standard that everybody else is held to. And he does not have to work to really get himself into a position. He pretty much paid his way in and he's able to do what everybody else is able to do. Meanwhile, there are other superstars who are beyond worthy of that time slot and they are not getting it. People like Karrion Cross should be on Mania rather than us having to watch a boring ass, tired ass Logan Paul. Don't get me wrong, the match probably gonna be fine. No one's talking about that. But who cares? The lead up to the match is not worthwhile. I'm be honest, I'm more interested in Rey Mysterio and that El Grande than this
Oh,
bullshit.
smoking dick, because I ain't even interested in.
Fuck that. I'd rather watch them snatch that mask off of Chad Gable than to
I
have to
mean,
deal with
that's
this.
more of a hee hee ha ha than this match. I'm not laughing or giggling at this match at all.
Thank you. That's all I'm
I
saying.
just because it would be fine if he provided something to the story.
He doesn't because
You could have said anything. You could have went to
he
generic.
has
You're
nothing.
old. You ain't even say he was old.
He
You
what
just
the
said
fuck?
you weren't even
I'm
talking to
oh
him. In
okay.
fact, you was just saying that we were mad at you. We don't like you, and we don't.
And you're
When were
mad
you going
because
to
I'm
address
good, and
AJ?
you're mad because I'm here. We at this
We
point,
couldn't
dude, you've
give
been here
wrestling a
long enough
fuck.
for us not to care. For real. And I'm
Well,
like,
so
I
how
don't
come we
even
gonna
watch
stop talking
your
at
segment.
all?
I don't even film your segments because what am I reacting to? You give me nothing. You give me nothing. There's nothing for me to comment on because you say the same shit every time you come out there. You're rich. Everybody's jealous of it. You have a hot wife, but let's be real. Everybody done been in your wife.
Well,
Yeah, that
All the
hot.
influencer niggas that wanted to hit done hit. You just happen to be stupid enough to get her pregnant and marry her. I'm not trying to be mean or misogynistic. I'm just telling you like a TI is. If you've been on Twitter long enough, you done seen this bitch with a dick in her mouth.
I'm gonna eat his ass up. Let's first of all let's pray for your wife. She's so hot, Lord. She's going through menopause. It's so early. God damn. But I guess when you stand next to an old looking person long enough, you start to feel old too. So I guess it's just inside of her, since it already been inside of her.
You're great at everything. You're right. You are so right. You
You
are
great
a
at
good
aging. Look at
wrestler.
how fast you're doing that.
You're a great wrestler. It's just you are so unlikable that the world would rather you not be around. You are not even allowed to go wrestle in Japan, even though you're a great wrestler. And why is that? Because you're a shitty human being who can't respect other cultures.
I think that.
Typical of an ignorant American.
mm.
I'm rich. You are rich because you came into YouTube at a time where beauty gurus were ruling the roost and they needed something else to latch on to. And the 12-year-olds didn't have anything to watch on YouTube. And you decided to take your Vine videos and make them 5 minutes longer. And that is why
Wait.
people latch on to you. You and that weird ass Justin Bieber hair you used to walk around with.
Oh God.
I can't help it if people like me. People want to be me. I don't think people want to be you. I do think they want the money that you make, though. which in all fairness, by the way you operate, it's very easy to make that kind of money. All you have to do is follow the trends and be just obnoxious enough that people think it's funny.
I'm contractually obligated to not say too much, but what I will say is that you and your brother, hella finessers.
Hmm.
I'll give you that.
Mm.
Just like your dad, you know. And no, let's not forget your mom, who's a supreme enabler and allows you, your father, and your brother to pretty much objectify a bunch of girls on camera for money. And then you exploit mental illnesses to ensure that people continue to watch you because your numbers were going down on YouTube and so were your brothers. So you allowed a real life ignorant, almost abuser in Shane Dawson to come along and do a documentary on your brother with a doctor who isn't qualified enough to determine if he was a sociopath or not. And then you come out afterwards and say that you are a sociopath.
It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, see, the only thing that's great about you is the fact that physically you are talented. You are good. But you don't bring anything to the table, not nothing worthwhile, if I'm being honest. And to be fair, there are 50,000 of you running around in the IWC every single day. I could pluck one of them and have them come in and do your exact move set, all of your moves, and talk your talk. And they probably would execute it a little bit better. And you know why? It's because they're not lazy. There's a simple explanation to it. You're protected and they aren't. So they know that their job is in jeopardy. While you get to come in here with a microphone and not say anything, no one's writing anything for you. They give you a talking point and you come out here and say the same shit every week. And because the crowd boos you, you think that's the best thing in the world. I get heat. There's a difference between drawing heat and being heavily disliked. And you're disliked no matter who you go up against, which is very, very interesting. It's just a tireless conversation. And then I get the people coming in hollering and screaming every 2 seconds about how I need to lay off Logan Paul and that he's doing great. If all you care about is decent wrestling matches, then fine. You've found your king. But if you want the wrestling that we all watched when we were kids, the kind of wrestling that we craved, like storylines, the things that we actually remember that stood out to us, it wasn't in the matches. It wasn't in the matches. Yeah, well. Yeah, no. Let's finish this out. I want Liv and Raquel to win this match and then go on and drop those titles off in NXT for a little while. And then we got our final match. All right. We've got Cody Rhodes versus Johnny Boy here. And I saw some of y'all come in and give y'all 2 cents. So hold on, let me go back. Let us go back to church. All right. So Jay said John Cena's winning. Kayla says Cody, but The Rock and Travis are owed a receipt. The Rock didn't hit him, did he? I don't remember The Rock hitting Cody. I do remember Travis Scott doing it. I don't remember The Rock doing it. Cody, I know he has dates up to September at the earliest. So he'll be here till September. Randy interference. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if Randy's gonna interfere. Nick Aldis wrestling would be a dream. I know, right? I would love to see that. They look like Nick was holding himself back, child. Yeah, but that's not owed a receipt though, Kayla. Just because you're guilty by association doesn't mean you're owed a receipt. It just means he made a call. It's up to them to put that call forth or not. With all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is Wrestlemania and Stand and Deliver. Okay? It is a lot going on. Hopefully, Mania turns out amazing. Peacemaker gonna beat Pre Homelander. Ooh, that's crazy. Oh, hopefully Mania is gonna be a good show. I think it's gonna be a good show. I think a lot of people are, being very premature about the way Mania is gonna go, but I think it's gonna be a good show. I think it's gonna be great. Especially night one. I think night one is gonna be really good. And I think night two is gonna eat like it's supposed to as well. Especially in the women's match. And I'm very interested in how this match with Cody and John Cena is gonna go. If Cody loses this title, all hell's gonna break loose. It's gonna be a very interesting time. Okay. But like we always do, it is Six Brown Chicks time. Okay. So I'm going to take a quick break. And for those of you who don't want to be a part of the Six Brown Chicks conversation, it is all right. I will see y'all Friday and we will talk again about Friday Night SmackDown, what changes have been made, and where we stand in terms of our, you know, standings for the matches. All right. So I'm gonna take a quick break and I shall return and we'll be on Six Brown Chicks time.
Still don't know my worth, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't deserve.
All right, break time is over. Hello, Hassan. How are you? I hope you are doing
Get into
well.
this tweets, bitch.
It's time for this SBC chat. Okay, this is where we go over to Twitter and we pull up the SS Brown Chicks, and they have 6 questions from 6 different people asking for advice on their life. Jared, can you give me my water, please, right there? I can't reach it
On
in. I
that
know my
messy
iPhone is dry.
ass
It's right here, babe.
erratic life.
It's a lot. So we're gonna I try and keep it as PG as possible, okay? But we gonna pray. We're gonna pray and then we're gonna get it on. All right, we're gonna move. Amen. All right, all right. Here we go. Question number 1. It says, damn. Um, okay. My wife says scissoring with female friends after the club doesn't make her a lesbian. Just adventurous. I caught them in the back of our SUV in front of our house, and I can't unsee it. In front of your house,
That's disrespectful. She's
in your
gay.
car. She thinks I'm overreacting, but when I caught her, she wouldn't stop because she was almost there.
I mean, fair enough.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, she was already there.
She owed with a woman in front of me and tried to blame the alcohol. And no, scissoring is not sexy when you're not a part of the action. It's just cheating. Fair enough. Divorce is my only option, correct? I don't think I could respect myself if I stayed. It really depends on if you are capable of forgiving her. But to be honest with you, your wife is not taking accountability for her actions. The whole point is she really remorseful, or does she believe she's well within her right to do whatever she wants with her female friends? Because I guarantee you, if you were to go out and cheat with a woman or a man, she would not have that shit. So I do believe that divorce is your only option. I do think that you should leave her, mainly because she has no remorse. She doesn't respect you. For her to continue to have sex in front of you after you caught her, and to not stop and think about how you felt, that is grounds for divorce all on its own. You should have left.
You're so loud.
You should have just left. You should have stayed.
Good night.
And her neighborhood is awful. Yeah, it's crazy out here in these streets. She kept going right in his face, child.
She don't
Are you
respect
guys
you because
doing
she don't respect
WrestleMania predictions?
herself.
Oh, I'm sorry, Hassan, but you missed that half of the live that we've been here for 2 hours, almost three. And that's what we was talking about for the first 3 hours of the live. So I don't know, babes. Once I stop the live, you can go back to the beginning and listen to NXT. And then we head into Stand and Deliver. And then we talk about WrestleMania. I'm really sorry that you missed that part, honey.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, love.
But we'll be back Friday
Yeah, we're
and
gonna. You know
Saturday
what? Don
and
is making a
Sunday
valid point.
and
We'll be back
Monday,
Friday. We're gonna go over it
but
again
not
on
Monday though.
Friday. Cause something new might happen Friday, but then too, I get different people on the lives in different days. So I'll go over it again on Friday. So don't worry. If you feel like you want to do it live again, you can always come back in and watch it when we're live on Friday. Hello, Sasha. You
Gonna
late.
sit down,
You
take a
is
nap,
late,
and
Sasha.
we'll promise we'll be right back.
Right. The first line is heinous. It definitely was. Don, please, you ain't gonna be able to stop him because he don't give a shit. He didn't care. He was like, well, fair enough. The fuck? No, it's not.
My friend at work, she was trying to take a nap. And she was like, stop talking to me. You play too much. I said, no, you talking to me. I'm just entertaining the conversation. Stop talking to me. So I told you I play too much. I don't care what's going on.
In her neighborhood, that's awful. I think the bigger problem was her still
Excuse me.
scissoring with her friend in front of her husband because she was almost there. I think that was
Okay,
very.
you can at least close your eyes and pretend like you ain't see him.
I
Something
think that's it.
ridiculous. She don't respect you because she don't respect herself.
Sasha, she was beyond
She
bold.
thinks she's not gay.
No, and she
She
is,
clearly is.
or at least
Boss
bi.
it right.
Okay. Question number two. Wife and I work every day, but she is putting us in debt with her reckless spending. I feel like I'm being called out and I don't like this.
Oh, you don't know me.
Right. I set a budget for us. She agrees and then breaks it anyway. She bought a new vacuum. Why not use the broom? Okay. I feel like you tripping. She bought a new vacuum. Why not use a broom? More than likely because you can't brush a fucking carpet. You gotta vacuum it.
Okay,
New
unless you
paint
want her to
in
beat your ass.
I mean, a new paint and a new table for the dining room. We never have company over. It's just us. So we can't have nothing nice.
Crazy.
Because of her spending habits, we're behind on rent and we may get evicted anyway. She doesn't know this.
What are you doing?
My girlfriend accepts my financial situation and we agreed to cut back on date nights, etc. Especially since she's expecting my first baby. I don't eat out as much as I used to, but I do have spending money for my hookah nights and with my friends.
Again, what do you do?
I've only been married for 2 years. And I wonder if I should get a divorce before my greedy wife brings a baby into this financial mess. If I'm honest, I feel like I married the wrong woman. I could never really love somebody who doesn't respect my money. Nigga,
Nigga, what do you do?
what are you talking about?
What is your income? You
You
didn't tell
dead
us
ass got
that.
a whole new girlfriend spending money on this other girl and you going out and doing hookah, but you behind on rent and you blame your wife for that shit? She don't even know.
That's why she's spending it.
All right. I, you
But
want
what do
advice.
you
I tell you what
do?
the advice is. Be a better human being, you fucking rat. How you gonna have a baby on the way with another bitch and then talk about some? I gotta get my finances together before my greedy wife brings a baby into this mess. How she gonna bring a baby into it without you, stupid? You know what? You pissing me off. You don't get nothing from me. I hope your wife fart in your face while you sleep. I really do.
Give you
Trifling
pink eye.
bastard. Cause what the fuck? Now he on booger sugar.
Gotta be.
She said he on booger sugar. Bruh, are you deaf, blind, or stupid, or all of the above? Nigga, I don't know. At this point, I expect nothing from nobody because you can't be serious.
Hmm.
Question number 3. I've been living with my boyfriend and his 16-year-old daughter for 2 months. I left my man for him. That's a problem for me. I took his daughter's phone because she refused to do her chores.
Did she beat you up?
As I slept, she put vegetable oil in my hair and ruined my $300 wig install. When I woke up, my lace front puckered and rolled back toward the center of my head. She left the oil bottle near me so I would know she did it. My hair could not be redone without washing it. I told him I'm gonna kick his daughter's ass. Him, why are you disciplining her? How are you the authority in my house when you sleeping on my floor? FYI, he doesn't like anyone to sleep in the bed with him. So I have a sleeping bag near the foot of the bed. I'm not sleeping on the floor. I have a sleeping bag. He won't pay for a new wig. Girl, tell me this not true. You can't even live in you not sleeping in this nigga's bed. You're sleeping on the floor.
Y'all are funny this week.
My nigga, first of all, here's the first problem. I'm gonna say something. You probably ain't gonna like it, but I'm gonna hold your hand with a napkin in between when I say this. He right about you disciplining his daughter. You don't have no authority to do that.
2 months.
That's none of your business. Now that could have saved you a $300 wig install had you had minded your business. Okay.
And not you left your man for this.
But you left your man to sleep on the floor in a sleeping bag at the foot of his bed, and you're okay with this. He lied to you and told you he don't like nobody sleeping in his bed. And you left a good home where you slept in somebody else's bed or at least in your own bed to have his teenage daughter put oil on your head while you slept so your wig will come off, which is fucking hilarious, by the way. I
Tub
mean,
it on
the
your head.
ingenious of it. She
It
was like,
on
I'm
your
not gonna
head.
hit you, I'm not gonna fight you, but I'm gonna put some oil and fuck this wig up.
And you know
That oil
she's.
disrupted all that glue, and
You
that
want
wig,
some
she
advice?
said the wig rolled up to the
Advice says you
center
need to
of her
pray
head.
and thank Jesus. Cause had it been me, bitch, I would have pieced you up. Yeah,
I'm just trying to
I would
understand
have
what
beat the
made
brakes off
you
you.
to take her phone from her because you're not her mother. You
Cause
just you just
who,
your you just your
who you
dad,
think you
like you
is?
just some girl your dad her dad fucking and you're laying at the foot of his bed in the
In a
sleeping bag.
sleeping
If
bag.
he don't respect you, what makes you think his 16-year-old daughter gonna respect you, sis?
And you talking about you not really on the floor, you in a sleeping bag. Bitch, you're on the floor. You're on the floor.
The
You're not
advice is to get
comfortable
the
in that
fuck up
sleeping
off the
bag.
floor. That's the advice. Oh, you
She
need to get
said
off
this
the
in while
floor.
she was laying on the floor.
The fuck?
And then go to see a therapist. You need some self love.
Now they got a free download now for the SBC chat. They're giving you updates on the best stories. That's crazy.
Hmm?
They've been doing this a long time. Question number 4. I've been dating an unhappily married man for 8 months. He made his intentions very clear with me. He is preparing to leave his wife. Right. That is a lie. That is an absolute lie. She posted their wedding photo and wrote, "There will be trials, but love will carry us." I replied, "That's cute, But his love carries me further. She deleted her post and then she deleted her page. Why? Because he chose me and she knew it. While we were riding in my car, I was driving, I sped through a yellow light when a car turned and smacked into my side of the car. The airbag punched me in the nose and I was pinned inside the vehicle. He jumped out and ran. I thought he was running to get help, but he kept running. He left me at the crash site, bloody and stuck in the car. I called him several times from the ER after I was discharged, but he ignored me. Her Facebook is active again, and he wrote a status about how God spared his life for his wife. What happened? How could he deny his love for me so quickly? Because his wife tried to kill you. His wife just tried to run your stupid ass over.
She was trying to do that to you, what you think she gonna try to do to him?
Girl, it's
You're crazy, but not crazier than her.
girl, you need Jesus.
That's your advice.
Because
And a
what the fuck?
therapist.
Like,
You
you
need
really
help.
thought you ate when you put that on her Facebook post, didn't you? That
You
hoe
really
deleted
did.
all her shit and then plotted a scheme to kill your ass. And you thought you was safe. Girl. And he left your ass high and dry like they always do. Stupid ass. Question number 5. My 35th birthday party, the videographer was filming my husband's toast to me. My friend was seated at the table nearby and told her guests, whom I did not invite, how my husband did her wrong after she had a miscarriage. When I lost our baby, I was so depressed, but he seemed cool with it, like he dodged a bullet. And that's cool though. We'll make another one. Videographer sent the link to the unedited video, and I confronted my husband. Husband, I was with her first. You knew I go back. You didn't steal me from her. Y'all share me. What the hell? If I didn't steal him, why doesn't he move out and give me my car back? Clearly, I stole him, but why is he denying it? Why is she still hanging around trying to get pregnant? Please explain what level of the game this is and how I can get the upper hand. Bitch, are you serious? You can't be serious. Clearly, y'all are playing Super Mario Brothers, and you don't want to be with your brother Luigi, but you are, bitch. You are.
Everything's so
And
funny
he's
today.
Princess Peach. And y'all keep fighting. Girl, this nigga literally tried to make a baby with her and she lost the baby, and this nigga was satisfied because why? He don't have no evidence of him cheating, number one. And number two, he don't have no obligation to be with her under the circumstances of this child, and he doesn't have a child to take care of. Meanwhile, you're over here bragging about stealing somebody, and then you invited this bitch to your 35th birthday party. Why the fuck would you invite a hoe whose man you claim you took to your birthday party? This ain't even about him. This is just about you and her having a pissing match. And this nigga's just being happy, being a ping pong ball between y'all. Please grow the fuck up. Please grow up. You want to know what level you on so you can figure out how to level up? Bitch, you at ground zero. You're at level 1. Y'all are barely getting up to the point where you can hit the flag because you hoes keep falling into the pipe and dying. That's what's happening. Princess Peach is sitting up there with Bowser just chilling. And you hoes is getting ate up.
The bar is in hell.
Them Koopa Troopers is tearing y'all asses up. That's what's happening. I
The
hate you.
bar
I hate
is
you and everything
in
you stand for.
hell.
What's wrong with you?
The thing with this
Because
bitch
a
is
bitch
no
always
self
want to
love.
act like because it feeds her ego to sound like she was bad enough to take this man from this woman. And to be honest with you, you didn't take much of a man, sis. You
It
really
sound
didn't.
messful.
And you're so proud. You're so proud of nothing. It's very disappointing. It's so disappointing. It's so sad. It's like, girl, please, please love yourself more than this. Please. Because what is happening here? What are
You
we
don't even
doing?
want to be the sad chick, and that's crazy.
And you willingly admitting, like, I obviously stole you. Like, girl, I can't. I have no advice for you because I feel like you're just gonna be waiting for the opportunity to one up your friend again. And if I was your friend, there's air quotes on that shit, I would go find a new man and see if you come and try to take him, which you more than likely would, because you seem to be very jealous of her. And
I
y'all
mean,
just seem
sure,
to
he
be one
nice
up
and
each other.
ugly too.
I bet money he ugly.
Nice and ugly. I just want to see.
Let's go get you another man. That friend need to go get another man and see if she'll try to steal him too. I feel like she been doing that they whole friendship.
Nasty bitch.
Question number 6. I moved around a lot growing up because of my mother. My father revealed that I am 21 years old. I thought I was 19. How you figure that? From an early age, my mom pushed my birthday back and made me repeat 2 grades just for a few extra years of child support.
Oh,
That's fucking crazy.
oh my god.
I discovered my true age when my father petitioned the court to end the support. Mom falsified my birth certificate and to register me in different schools, and always seemed surprised when I was attracted to older girls. She got probation for fraud, but she ruined my life and she pretends she did nothing wrong. How do I make her see how stealing 2 years of my life affected me? I can't fully trust women because of this. Okay, this ain't no dumb shit. This is crazy.
You can't make her see because she already know.
There's no need for you to try to make anything see with your mother. Your mother is who she is. If I was you, I would go no contact with my mama. I would also go get some therapy because not all women are going to treat you like that. But I guarantee you, if you keep going through life the way that you're going, you're going
They
to attract
will.
women like your mother everywhere you go. Every woman you date, you're going to attract women who remind you of your mother or act like your mother because even in your trauma, she going to be a comfort for you. So you need to go to therapy, number one, to try to fix the trauma that your mother bestowed upon you. It's not as bad as it could have been, which to me, there's a light at the tunnel because she could have held you back with you repeating grades and shit. That means that a lot of your livelihood was taken from you, and the possibility of you going to college with a decent scholarship was taken from you. You could have really graduated 2 years earlier and been started your life a long time ago, but because she wanted the money, she decided to sacrifice you and everything you needed for the money. And she wasn't even spending it on you. She was spending it on whatever she wanted. And now she's acting as if she didn't do anything. Well, if that's the case, then there's no need to have a conversation with her about nothing. She's not willing to take accountability for her actions. So leave her where you found her. If she's going to continue to play dumb and say, well, I don't see how this affects you in any negative way, then there's no need for you to talk to her about it. There's no need to talk to her at all. I would only contact her when it was necessary. I would make sure I had all the necessary documents, like my ID. If I needed to get, Social Security, birth certificate, any of that shit. Well, her shit might be fraudulent, so shit. Might not want to go get that from her, but I mean, if you could talk to the other family members without having to talk to her, then I don't see no reason for you to talk to her. The woman been in jail pretty much for a while, and you wasn't talking to her then, and you seem to be able to thrive without her then. So, as far as I'm concerned, I would drop her like a bad habit. However, I wouldn't take the sins of my mother and impress that onto other women that I meet. If you are attracted to older women or you like women who are older, there's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure it's not associated with something traumatic and it doesn't cause you to pick women similar to your mom. The way you do that is to go to therapy. Work this out in therapy and fix yourself and heal yourself. You're not going to be able to heal your mom. But if you go to therapy, you might be able to have a forgiving nature and then give your mom a chance if you are healed enough to do so. If she fucks up, you cut her off and leave her where you found her. Simple as that. But this is messed up right here. But it's fixable. This isn't the end of the world. And every woman you come across is not trying to hurt you the way that your mom did. I really think you should go to therapy and unpack that. Because that's crazy. A woman held you back and you repeated grades and you got revealed to by your father that you're actually 21 when you thought you were 19. This is some motherfucking
Power shit.
What
it's
the
some
fuck
power
is he
shit.
talking about,
What the
Mo?
fuck is he talking about, Mo? You're like, Zeke, you're not 19. You're 23. I'm like, oh shit.
I'm
That's
not
not my dad.
19.
That's not my dad. That's not my dad. Right, auntie? That's not your auntie. That's your mother. How does my mother? Is my auntie right there. So the dumbass nigga really your oldest son.
Is you fucking stupid? Baby, yes, he is. You hadn't talked to him before?
Oh
He's dumb as
shit.
hell.
Pomo, she dead now. she dead.
She did.
She dead in a motherfucker.
It was nice while it lasted. Good job,
Oh,
Mary.
damn. At least they took 2
Phenomenal
years
job,
off
Mary.
for it not to be that close to power. They did give you so.
Phenomenal job.
Well, these stories weren't that bad compared to what we was listening to a few weeks ago. So plus I
Yeah.
think last week we ended up talking to Hiram for about an hour and Don fell asleep or something.
I
And
sure did.
he was not listening.
Nope, I had zoned out, and then I ain't come back.
I said, what the hell?
I
I,
think I was snoring. I was dead
that
tired.
mic was off and Don was gone. You understand?
Till
But
I popped up, I said, "Let me exit out of here because I ain't coming back."
oh shit. I thought about screaming into the void last time. Well, that was because of Hiram. I love Hiram to death, but he is very hard headed. And I done already told him once. Don done told him once, so now he gotta see for himself.
I ain't got nothing for you, no nothing
Yeah, it was about that
else.
Lady Gaga vinyl.
Child, not everybody know about it. That's the
Yeah,
bad
I
part.
told you you was in here sleep. I was in here like, Lamar, wake your ass up.
You should have just called my phone. I would have woke you.
I was like, get your ass up. He
Yeah,
bought
I
that
was
boy the
dead.
special edition Lady Gaga vinyl, the white one. And I said, you did what now? He said, it's like I bought it for him and I want him to have it. I'm like, he said, it's his. It's not mine. I said, who paid for it? Well, I paid for it. I said, okay.
Oh
So
wow.
technically it's still yours. You have not given it to him yet. But I want him to have it. I'm like, for what? Why? Why does he have to have this? And then he slipped up because he says, well, I have to give him his stuff, and then we supposed to talk about if we gonna end this or if we gonna keep going. And I said, okay, now I see. I said, you still pining away. I said, okay. I say you're gonna get hurt. You might as well prepare yourself. And that's just where I'm gonna leave it. He said he would tell us what happened after he had the conversation. And I said, okay. And then I was like, we'll share the custody of the vinyl, but he ignored me. I was like, I will buy it off of you. Because I love vinyls. I collect them all the time. And I'm like, I will buy the vinyl from you. No, because I really bought it for him and I want him to have it. I said, okay, babe. Whatever makes you happy. Do
Sometimes you
you?
gotta be a fool.
Well,
Only the strong survive.
the song say it takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. That's what it say.
I think love does love.
No, it don't.
But love has to be mutual.
Love don't love you love.
And that's why it fails. Because it's not reciprocated.
Is there some muffins back there in that box? What kind
That's
of
why I said,
muffins?
well, if you don't love me, let me know. Sure.
Mhm.
Don't waste my time. I'm not gonna waste
Pepperoni
yours.
and the cheese sticks, please. All
So
right,
no
y'all.
motherfucking mad.
I'm gonna get out of here. I will see y'all Friday. We talk about SmackDown. Hopefully, SmackDown don't drag.
Hopefully, child. Y'all got
Hope
one
it don't
shot. Don't
drag.
fuck it up.
Because it's 3 hours. I really don't want it to drag.
Do
But
what you
I
gotta
promise
do.
y'all we'll be back. We'll be back on Friday. And then Saturday, I'll be back after Mania. Sunday, I'll be back. I'm going to go live right after Stand and Deliver goes off, so I don't have to do so much work after Mania. So Stand and Deliver should go off by 3, 2:31, between 2:30 and 3. So I will go live after that. We'll talk about Stand and Deliver. It's going to be short and sweet because I know people are going to want to prepare, and I'm still going to be prepping for dinner because that later that night we're going to be eating our hot dog bar. I did post our menu for Mania night 1, and I have a regular dinner for night 2 because it's Easter and my family's going to be here. So I don't even know if I'm be able to go live set night 2 because I didn't know night 2 was Easter Sunday until a few weeks ago. Oh, so that's gonna be a little crazy. I might have to go live night 1, and I don't even know if I like that too much. Give me some cheese sticks, babe. I don't even know if I like that too much. But I promise I'll go live one of the nights. I promise. But Sunday is a no-go because it's Easter. Most of my family's going to be here. And I have to entertain my family. With all that being said, I love y'all's. And I will see y'all Friday after SmackDown. Sorry. I don't know why I want to say SummerSlam so much. It's after SmackDown. I'll see y'all then. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.